Thanks, Ben and Casey. Everybody, it's your old friend Spence here. I want to take a minute to go over some ground rules for your upcoming adventure. Now, some of you might be worried, thinking I'm going to talk about...
The following video or live stream is for adults only, and this event is only for entertainment purposes.
Well, I'm not going to do that. Why would I bore you with?
The opinions given in this video are the persons appearing in the event, and not that of the LDBF production company.
But not today, droplets, we hear you. We like slowing down an event, too.
Our video should not be construed as legal, financial, medical, or any kind of advice at any time. The contents of this video are no way intended to provoke, incite, or shock the viewer. This live stream and the video were created to entertain and inform on craft beer and the industry as a whole. Team LDBF wants everyone to have a safe, fun, and adjective not found virtual beer fest.
I roll. Blah, blah, blah. Nope, not today. So on to the rules. Number 1. Pour a pint of water. Staying hydrated is a droplets concentrated drink. Number 2. Keep an eye out on party members. See rule number 1, and always help a fellow adventurer. Number 3. Keep those drinks at the proper level of chill. The cold chain ends in your hands. Number 4. Drink at your own pace. Don't feel pressured to wait for us or keep up with us. Number 5. Relax. All videos are available to watch at your leisure. You can even watch the whole live show again after the broadcast is over. Number 6. Interact with us and use that event-specific hashtag. Rumors say hashtag LDBFest 2020 is always a good standard too. Number 6. Tip your entertainers if you like what they're doing. Oana means family, but tips means mahalo. Number 7. Help us find Sneaky Dicky. He's been up to no good.
Oh, crap. Is it time already? Okay, hold on. Let me grab this film for you real fast. We're going to show you how we got to where we are right now. Here we go. Oh, god damn it. This is not the right one. Hold on one second. Let me find the right film. Is it over here? No. Here we go. Okay. The Forbidden Beer Fest. A Tiki Adventure.
Adventure awaits for those who dare to unlock the Forbidden Beer Festival.
is it. This has got to be it, dude.
Yeah,
this has gotta be
Casey,
it.
this is
is
exactly
it.
what my notes and research have said. You guys, this is Trader Jen's.
We made it.
This is Trader Jen's.
We unlocked the Forbidden Beer Festival.
You guys, though, I will say, we need some help finding these idols. So
Yeah.
you're going to be helping us a little bit because
We got lots of idols
we got
to collect.
9 idols to collect, if you know what I'm saying.
I do know exactly what you're saying.
But we're gonna need everybody's help because that seems like a lot to collect. Well,
Welcome.
yeah, welcome everybody.
Welcome. We
You've
did
made it.
There's something doesn't quite feel right though. I can't.
Casey.
Oh, that okay. Yeah. Yep.
You know what? This is tradition. This is
good.
where it's supposed to be.
This is good.
Hey guys, I'm Ben,
And I'm Casey.
and we're your hosts for the Last Drop Beer Festival's Forbidden Beer Fest.
A tiki adventure.
Yes, we are here to get beery with you.
We're gonna get beery. What's the first beer? Should we just?
I mean,
should we cover
I
some?
feel like we should go
cover
through
rules?
cover some ground rules.
Everybody know-
important things.
Here's the thing: if you know what the first beer is, which you should, because it's been on our social media, we sent you out an email. You're already here, so you probably already know what the first beer is. Crack into it if you want, while we go over some ground rules.
Important things.
Yes. First of all, I think everybody, like we just said, if you want to open up a beer ahead of us, do it. If you don't want to open up a beer because you've had too much already, just wait till after that cocktail. Then
Yes.
then you can do so. Go at your own pace, guys. Although obviously we will be going at our own pace and talking to people, talking to you guys about the beer, getting your input and all that good stuff. Water is your friend.
Oh, speaking of water, hey Casey, I'll take my water.
Yeah, there you go, bud.
Thank you, sir. It's time to hydrate.
It's a
in
concentrated
a preemptive attack.
Preemptive attack. That's good. Don't forget, FBF or FB Fest 2021 is our hashtag for this evening's festivities.
And we want to see the fun things that you're doing.
Yeah, we want to see your Hawaiian
Regalia.
Ooh,
Whoa!
Tiki Jen.
We've got lightning.
The gods have been angered by us celebrating. Okay, I'm so scared right now. I don't like this, guys. There's lightning. There's thunder. Should we just have Jen pour us a beer? Should we do that? I'm so
Yeah.
I'm nervous.
Trader Jen, take us to the Forbidden Beer Festival.
No, that was
That
okay.
didn't work.
See, we don't have that.
right.
We don't have the power. It's Jen.
You know what? I think
okay,
it's we
she
need
did it.
everybody's assistance. Everybody yell it out. Trader Jen, take us to the Forbidden Beer Festival. It worked. It worked, you guys.
I don't like lightning.
Trader Jen, give us a pour.
I do not like lightning, guys.
And ladies and gentlemen, you know what this one is? It's Laguna Beach Beer Company's
You guys.
Tiki Lounge.
Leilani
Volcano.
which I did not know. If you go Google that bad boy, it was actually created at Disneyland. The Leilani Volcano drink. Is Disneyland?
You guys, we are in for such a treat because not only do we have the Leilani Volcano cocktail, we've got a Dole Whip coming up. We need, to get this beer going. Trader Jen, bring us that beer.
Thanks, Trader Jen. You're the best. Ooh,
Also, traditionally, pancake pour.
Yes. All right.
Everybody knows the best way to get the most aroma out of your beer is to have a pancake pour. And also, by the way, I hope you guys that are doing the local pickup or VIP are totally digging your Forbidden Beer Fest glass.
Yeah, that's gonna make
collector's item for sure.
Yeah.
Shall we break these down into our socially distanced tasting glasses?
Let's do that. And for anybody wondering, while we're talking about socially distancing, we followed all and probably more safety precautions when filming and doing this live event and everything. Everyone is at least 80% vaccinated around here, so don't worry. You're at home staying safe.
We're
Stay
in the
home
Last
with
Drop
us.
studio, staying
Yeah,
safe.
exactly.
Also, if you've joined us for the first Last Drop Beer Fest, this is the
Yeah.
glassware from it. We're still using it because it's such a dope glass.
It is. I love
and
this.
perfect taster size. So
I think we should reissue this for our 1-year anniversary.
I think a version 2.0,
Clink,
yeah, for
clink
sure.
it and drink it, everybody. Let us know what you think of this wonderful beer.
Oh yeah, on the nose you get so many tropical notes.
Yeah. Little
Guava,
bit of like
fruit,
lime.
pineapple. Oh, the lime, yes.
And the second it hits my lips,
Oh,
it doesn't almost feel like a beer. It's the bubbles. Now, not a lot of head retention on this. Don't worry, some beers are a little different. Oh,
I
wait.
mean, it kind of did.
Oh, it
because
did before.
We
That's
did
right.
the
It's 'cause we
double
poured
pour.
it again. It's because we double poured.
We're cheating, but
We are.
A beautiful malty backbone on this
Yeah.
that kind of carries the sweetness from those tropical fruits over and throughout. And if you're not getting notes of guava and coconut and pineapple, you're just not paying attention. Let's be honest. But truly, a delicious tiki lounge cocktail.
Yeah, this is-
this beer takes us there.
We definitely got a wink, wink, nudge, nudge from our friends over there. I think it was Christian who we were talking to. He goes, you could put a little bit of rum on top of this. That would be kind of good. And again, we're going to be making a cocktail later, so some of you might have some rum lying around.
Yeah.
Put a little floater on top of there. Might not be a bad idea. Just like I said, word to the wise.
Hey, should we go visit them over at Laguna Beach Beer Co. and see what they've got to say about this beer?
You know what, Ben? I like the way you're thinking.
Thanks.
Hey guys, my name's Chris Lane. I'm the head brewer at Laguna Beach Beer Company. I've been brewing for about 5 years. I'm born and raised in Southern California, actually Dana Point, just south of here. So Laguna Beach is just a good spot for me.
What's up, Tiki Heads? My name's Christian. I'm the Director of Operations here at Laguna Beach Beer Company. Stoked to be with everyone right now. Got a rad beer for you. And yeah, let's get into it.
All right, so guys, the beer you guys are gonna be drinking at Forbidden Beer Fest is our Tiki Lounge, which is actually a series that we brew. I think this is our third iteration of Tiki Lounge. It's kind of our fruit-forward beer style that we try to make. The first one we did was a painkiller-inspired Tiki. The second one was a hurricane, and then this one is the Leilani Volcano. The Leilani Volcano was originated at Disneyland, and so it has pineapple, guava, coconut, and then just a dash of lime. And so how I kind of formulated the beer is I really wanted it to be super pineapple forward, as that's kind of what the cocktail is. And then next you're gonna kind of see that guava and coconut, and then just kind of a touch of lime, kind of touch of that acidity that I want just at the end, almost like it's just like a garnish. It's just kind of sprinkled in there. It's not an overbearing flavor that you're going to be tasting, but just kind of to round out all the flavors together.
Yeah, and the way the series came about was pretty cool. It was during the worst time of this brewery's entire existence, during COVID. We saw our wholesale accounts just dry up. We were all quarantining at home, and we had pretty much all of our tanks open and empty and no wholesale accounts to fulfill. So we kind of sat there and were like, what would be really fun to brew that we never have to sell to an account? We can serve all of it through our tasting room. And we kind of hit on this idea of a tiki cocktail inspired beer. We all love tiki cocktails, who doesn't? But yeah, it was cool because Chris came from Beechwood. He knows how to brew an IPA extremely well. And there's a roadmap to brew a lot of beers, but a tiki cocktail, there was really no roadmap. So it was kind of fun challenging these guys. to figure out how to make a hurricane.
Yeah,
and a
it's
painkiller.
definitely one of the funnest beers I've kind of had to come up with. I've made hundreds, thousands of IPAs, but not many tiki beers. So it was kind of cool to mix it up and be able to kind of use my knowledge as a brewer and kind of work with flavors and see how I can best formulate a tiki cocktail inspired beer.
Yeah, and we the first one was a painkiller, which Chris mentioned, and it was rad. It came out so much better than I think we
Yes.
were even hoping
Yeah,
it would.
anticipating for sure.
Yeah, all the ingredients just kind of sang through in the beer.
Yeah.
We kind of played around with the hurricane, and it wasn't. I don't think it was our favorite one.
No, the painkiller is definitely the favorite.
Yeah. And then there's this one, which is
Yeah, so far the beer we have, this is it right here. It's actually not finished yet. This is actually straight off fermenter that we're drinking. Before we're filming this, it'll be ready obviously in time for the Forbidden Beer Festival.
yeah, like a day before.
Yes, the day before we're canning it. So it's as fresh as it gets. So right now we just are drinking with the pineapple and guava. That are very, very big. I'm pretty stoked how kind of fruit forward it is so far. And obviously it's only going to get better as we kind of finish it out.
Yeah, we're here at our Laguna Beach location for Laguna Beach Beer Company. We've got 3 locations. This is our flagship down in Laguna Canyon. We've got our brewery out in Rancho Santa Margarita, and we have another spot in Huntington Beach, and we're also opening a new spot in Vista. It's under construction now, so kind of stay tuned for that. But we're gonna celebrate our 3rd year anniversary out here in June. We celebrated 2 weeks ago out in RSM, our 4-year anniversary, so that was our first spot. The vibe has always been super mellow, super laid back. We're a beach community. We do not take ourselves seriously.
Yeah.
We're unpretentious.
Yes. Yeah.
We make great beer, but
Yeah.
we're not
Yeah.
fancy about it. We're here to drink beer and party and hang out.
Yep. Yeah. And like I said, I grew up right around this town. My wife actually went to Laguna Beach High School. I went to Dana Hills High School just down the road. So I'm born and raised here. So it's just it was a perfect fit for me and the owners. They're both born and raised in Laguna Beach. The 2 founders, there's some pretty kind of crazy surfer guys that fits with me. So it's just a really cool spot, super laid back, and we definitely kind of try to embrace our Laguna Beach roots and kind of our beach community roots.
One of the best things about being in Laguna Beach is we're surrounded by world-class mountain bike trails. You can't see it at home, but right outside this frame, there are some of the best mountain bike trails in the world. You go half a mile that way and you're in the ocean. We're in a community of artists, so this wall, I don't know how it looks on camera, but it is constantly rotating. We have new artists. I mean, this is a town of art. So we just hung these up literally before we started recording. This is from a super, super talented photographer named Chris Wong. The guys on the left are from a guy named Jesse Miller. It's rad.
Yeah.
We're super connected to our community. It's rad to showcase people.
Yeah, we're located right next to the Sawdust Festival,
Yeah.
which is pretty world famous. It's been going around. My parents lived in Laguna in the 70s, and it was still going around then. So yeah, we're definitely just super involved in our community.
We got to put a beer garden in the back, which was just the absolute best thing that could have happened.
Yeah.
COVID obviously was extremely hard for everybody, but the city has been really rad about letting us just post up in the parking lot. So come down here on a weekend and it's like Oktoberfest from 11 a.m. till 11 p.m.
Yeah.
We party down here.
So I've spent most of my adult life drinking on the beach. Probably since I've been in I was
21 and over.
21 since I've been 21. I've been drinking on the beach, but I grew up around here, and it's getting off class or getting out of school or getting off of work. One of the greatest things is I'm actually a big fan of Miller High Life. It's grabbing a 32 ounce of Miller High Life and sitting on the beach and drinking that. I love lagers. I love light beer. I do love a great craft cocktail, but I kind of reserve my tiki cocktail drinking to the nighttime when I become a true degenerate. Or if I'm staying in Hawaii, which I just was a week ago, I had plenty of Mai Tais sitting on the beach there.
Wow. I'm going to take a little left turn here and I'm going to say White Claw is what I'm grabbing and go to the beach with. Watermelon White Claw?
Oh, that's the worst flavor.
It's the best flavor. Every time I drink one, I take a photo and I send it to Chris, and he just responds like the puke emoji.
Yeah.
But it's my thing. It's so good.
Yeah.
You know, Ashland, if I can't find White Claw, I'm going Ashland.
Yeah.
But if I also can't find hard seltzer, I'm going to take a nice crispy Pilsner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. Thanks for trying our beers. We're super stoked on them. We're really glad we could be a part of Last Drop. This is such a cool festival. Yeah, we hope to see everybody down in the tasting room. We have our big anniversary party. It'll be 3 years at our Laguna location on June 5th. A bunch of can releases, live music, a bunch of new art. It's going to be a banger.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. So join us. If you haven't been down here, please come down and say hi. It's a rad location. We promise you'll have a good time.
Yeah. Cheers to Forbidden Beer Festival.
You.
Hey, you forgot this thing.
Ooh, we got it.
Yes, we retained the idol!
Well, folks, that is 1 of 9. And look, it looks almost exactly like the dude on the can.
You guys, this guy looks familiar. I feel like I know this guy. Anyways, so the other thing, I mean, congratulations, you made it through. We got the idol.
1 idol down,
Now-
8 to go.
For those of you
Counting.
that were sneakily paying attention to our rules before we started, you might have seen that there's been a mysterious
I got
tiki
lots
fella.
of sneaky tiki reports on that last one.
Sneaky tiki reports are coming in. Keep an eye out for that guy. When you see him, play your own game. I think Tiff already said that when you see sneaky tiki, drink. Sure, that'll
Yeah,
work.
yeah.
If you have a close group of friends, either you're Zooming or maybe you're got a roomie, you know, make up your own rule. Play a game of truth or dare. Whoever whoever sees the tiki first gets to choose for the other person. Dare, Ben, go jump off that cliff. No,
Done.
don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh, okay.
Don't do that.
All right.
But fun
Next
things.
time.
But fun things like if you enjoy the beer. Last time, a lot of people were saying, "Ooh, I saw Mario, and I'm gonna keep that beer."
Mario was in our last festival.
That was the last
as the find it first. kind of.
Yeah. So
So Sneaky Tiki is Mario this time, guys.
Yeah, if you were for our
Just
last
so
one.
you know.
So keep an eye out because you never know when Sneaky Tiki's going to show up because he's definitely sneaky and he's causing a lot of trouble. In fact, if you see any flubs tonight, we're just going to blame him.
It is definitely Sneaky Tiki's fault. Casey, I know where we need to go next.
Where do we need to go?
It's in San Luis Obispo.
I know that place.
Someplace called Slow Brew. Have you heard of this place?
I actually have heard of said place.
That's where Trader Jen tells us we need to go to next.
Well, should we?
Taste their wares?
Yes, I say let's taste the whale.
Trader Jen, bring us the slow brew pog juice.
So
Cali
good.
Squeeze.
Cali Squeeze Tropical Pog. It's a Hefeweizen. That's right, everybody. It's a little bit different than your standard like Pog beer.
Right.
Oh, look at that! Look at that pancake
Oh,
pour.
the pancakes come.
Oh, Jen,
Thank
you're
you,
so
Trader
good.
Jen.
You're so good. Oh man, I can't. All right, so
I will say that shot with the pancake behind it, it
Yeah.
really highlights the beauty of our glassware.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Totally.
Shout out to Alex Ponce, the well-known
Mm-hmm.
beer graphic designer. He did all of our graphics package. So if you've been
Yeah.
digging the whole Forbidden Beer Fest look with that awesome scroll work that looks sort of tribal, sort of Polynesian, he did all that by hand.
It's true.
It's pretty nuts.
it's true. So he did this too. Can we get a close-up look at that? Oh, look at that!
No,
bad
he didn't
boy.
do that one.
Oh, he didn't do this one.
No, I don't know. If
Just
he
the
did that
glass.
one.
Well, whoever did this one did good too.
Yeah. But you guys, we're drinking that Cali Squeeze. It's a tropical pog hef, like Casey already said.
Yeah. What more
They've
notes?
got 50% wheat malt.
Yeah.
Fruits in it are passion, orange, guava, and they're using real fruit. It's not fruit notes from the hops, which some of the IPAs later, they get a lot of their tropical fruity notes from the hops and no fruit. This one actually is using those real fruits. And the cool thing, and this is what the master brewer, Steve, mentions later, is that they were one of the people that, or I think they're the only hef that I know that really went really hard into this squeeze style where they're putting the fruit in.
Yeah, Steve's good. Like you'll hear it in the interview, guys. He was great, and I like how he tried to start a trend at Great American Beer Fest, GABF, of squeeze beers.
Hey, if you're gonna start a trend for beer, you might as well do it at the Great American Beer Fest because that's like the biggest one.
Yeah. Well, second to us, but yeah.
The cool thing also, why the hef is such a cool thing to do with the tropical fruits is the yeast that they use to brew has a natural banana kind of flavor that is part of the brewing process.
Banana esters.
Banana esters. So if you've had a typical Hefeweizen, you kind of know it's got that kind of clovey banana-ish to it.
Yep.
This totally caters toward that banana fruity side.
Really well. So
Man,
obviously
on the nose, it's like passion fruit punch right away.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You get a little, all the soft notes of a good juice.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
totally.
Of a good fruit juice. And then obviously when it hits your lips, guys, let us know. Ooh, the CO2 is great on that.
Yeah, and it definitely has that kind of pillowy mouthfeel that you get with kind of like an unfiltered beer, such as a Hefeweizen. That kind of like leads to this really awesome malty breadiness to it that
part of that banana estery thing that I think.
And almost at the end I almost get like a Bananas Foster kind of like that kind of journey down,
like, almost sugary kind of thing going on, maybe.
Yeah,
not that way, not in a heavy way.
You guys, it's delicious.
Yeah,
I hope you're enjoying this. Again, don't feel that you need to wait for us or keep up with us for that matter. If you're ready to move on to the next beer, totally cool. You can jump ahead on your own. We've got all these videos posted on YouTube, the playlist that you got from your ticket from Eventbrite. There's a link there to the entire playlist.
It's true.
Of course, we timed this out to about 15 minutes per beer.
We'll see. Now, spoiler alert. This is a little bit of a longer interview, but you know what? So much good information, guys. That's why Ben's reminding you. You know what the next beer after this is. So if you want to move on, because this
if you don't, it's Santa Cruz Mountain Brewing Baby Giraffes.
Yeah.
If you're completely oblivious, you haven't gone to our website, I really do recommend it.
That's assuming that we make it past this idle. So keep drinking those beers and help us get through this, guys. What do you say? Should we?
Let's just go over there and keep this party rolling.
Let's catch up with Steve and Slow Brew.
Hey everybody, my name's Steve Currier, brewer for Slow Brew here in San Luis Obispo, California, Central Coast. Stoked to be a part of this great Forbidden Beer Fest. I hope that drinking beer isn't forbidden, because I'm gonna drink some beer. So I've been brewing for a long time for Slow Brew, actually. Home brewing since the 80s. Crazy, I'm almost, oh wait, I don't want to tell my age. I'm old. Been in the industry for close to 30 years now. Started brewing at Slow Brew in the late 80s. Oh my gosh. Did a stint with Firestone Walker for over a decade and was lucky enough to come back to Slow Brew as they kind of went through a revitalization and opened up a big production brewery from a little 10-barrel pub downtown to a big 30-barrel brewery. production brewery with all kinds of fun stuff, distilleries and event centers, live music, maybe someday again, soon. Yes, and I am just a happy brewer living on the Central Coast. So yeah, drinking some tiki-inspired beers, which is super fun style to explore nowadays. Everyone's into the tropical. That was a great theme to pick, and you don't necessarily think of a Hefeweizen as being tropical. Usually you think of IPAs and hoppy beers. We kind of went another direction. A Hef is a great base for fruit. We think that it's got the body to support all that, kind of counterbalance a lot of the acidity. We also like the banana esters that come from the Hef yeast, because we feel like banana is a nice kind of mellow fruit to kind of uphold everything else. And then we just get to have fun with all the fruits that we infuse. So, you know, Pog, obviously very tropical. We do a blood orange, we do a mango, and we've kind of embraced our new fruity theme, our fruity lifestyle here. So we've kind of expanded into, we just did our first kettle sour. I know we're kind of late adapters on that, but we figured that was a great another avenue to embrace fruit. So we're trying to do kettle sours now. We're teaming up with Glean Slow, which is part of the food bank, and we're gonna actually go and pick some fresh local fruit and do our first local fruit beer. So we're really embracing the whole tropical fruity thing and really running with it. And this is a great example of that. I guess I should try some with you. Yeah, let's drink some. Get rid of that thing. Oh my gosh, right away I get all that almost like little bit of rindy tropical guava. I get a lot of guava off that. And it's really, yeah, it's almost like a little pithy too. I feels like I'm biting into a fruit. I mean, it actually does feel like that, which is fun. This whole squeeze line, I tried to actually brand it as a style of beer. One year at GABF, I kept saying, oh, it's a squeeze beer. Like trying to get it like, oh, a squeeze beer is a Hefe that you put a bunch of fresh fruit into. So I was actually trying to develop that, but it didn't really catch on. So now it's just our brand. But the whole idea is that we're using fresh fruit, real fresh fruit. It's not extracts or anything like that. So we really get these vibrant colors and flavors and aromas that I think is really indicative of this style of beer, just that fresh fruit. And I think it's really starting to kind of blow up too. Like you're seeing all this fruity seltzers, I think is kind of an offshoot of that. And now you're even starting to see these, what do they call them, smoothie seltzers, which is even more an offshoot of that. It's just crazy all the fruit that's going around these days. And we're really proud that we're using fresh fruit and it's real. Officially, the vibe of the brewery is Surfer Cowboy. So that's more of a marketing angle. Now, if you were to look at like what products we're producing and look at now, it's everything. We do everything. So I've been brewing for a long time, and if people are familiar with Firestone Walker, they are very pure. They're very kind of old school. I mean, they're starting to embrace more of the new school ethos, but I came from that school. Very old school, very pure. Don't put a lot of stuff in it. Be creative, but not to the point where you're being creative for being creative's sake. It's more like, why are we doing this? Does it serve a purpose? Not just because it looks cool on a beer menu. So I was kind of a late adapter to a lot of these things. So I got kind of pulled into it And I kind of feel like, so I'm a big music lover, and I've gone through this with bands before where I'll hear a band and I'll just kind of write them off and be like, not really for me. And then, I'll kind of hear a couple songs here and there and I'll start to get more into it. And suddenly I'm a fan. And I don't know what that dynamic is, but I kind of relate that to beer and where we're at today. Because, man, we're doing a lot of crazy stuff. We're doing seltzers, we're doing micheladas, we're doing fruit-infused hefts. We do, kettle sours. I talked about that before. That's not that crazy, but we are definitely expanding into basically anything. Like now I feel like game for anything. Like, shoot, I don't know. What's the next? Ooh. I don't know about the smoothie seltzer thing, but I guess, maybe if I have a couple and I'll start to like it, and next thing you know, I'll be a fan. I don't know, but I'm open to it. So as far as like where we're at now, man, I feel like we just want to do a lot, and just keep it fun, really. Keep it fun for us. I happen to live at the beach, which is dreamy. It's just a lifelong goal. So I'm from this area originally. San Luis Obispo is about 10 minutes from the coast. I'm a surfer, and really I've been working all my life to get to the coast and to live that beach lifestyle. And I did it like a couple years ago. Very lucky. It took a long time and it's hard work. So I get to sit on the beach and drink beer a lot. And I feel really lucky. And it's funny, the more I go out and the more I explore flavors and different other breweries offerings, the more I come back to basically my staple, old school West Coast IPA. That's really where I'm at. And as much as I try to get into East Coast IPAs or session IPAs or brutes or whatever, I always just come back to a nice classic West Coast IPA. I don't think I'm ever gonna change. I think I've been doing it for so long now that I've kind of not given up. I'm still gonna try other flavors, but I know I'm always gonna come back to the West Coast IPA. So yeah, me on the beach, at home, West Coast IPA, loving it. Thanks everyone for joining us for this awesome event. Thanks to Forbidden Beer Festival. And if you're ever in San Luis Obispo, California, come join us for a beer. Cheers. Hey, I found this. Were you looking for it?
One shot wonder right here.
Oh, we got it!
Yes!
Idol attained! You guys, thanks again for helping us get this next idol. I've seen some of you complaining that you don't know the order. I've sent out 8 emails saying, log into our website. There's a whole page dedicated just to this festival. I'm not talking about on our website, like the first page. I'm talking about go to the login portion.
Passion.
There is a whole thing called the Forbidden Fest Experience. It's got the tiki cocktail recipe. It's got the order of the beers. It's got the orders of the entertainment. It even has a link.
Oh, wait.
What?
Entertainment?
Hey.
Great segue, Ben.
You know what time it is? It's hashtag Luke James Schaefer's foot.
It's that's right. You guys started that last time. Hashtag Luke James Schaefer's foot needs an Instagram, right? That's basically what it should be.
And Luke James Schaefer is back along with his foot.
Yep.
And he's playing us some pretty awesome island jams. Let's go check him out.
Yeah.
If you want to crack your next one open early, Santa Cruz Mountain Brewing.
That's the one.
We'll be getting back to that right when we come back. See you on the other side.
Hello
everyone, it's Luke James Schaefer. I want to thank our hosts this evening, Ben and Casey, for having me back to perform for the Forbidden Beer Fest. Sorry. I hope you're enjoying your tiki-inspired beer. Let's play some music, all right? Sit back, relax, enjoy yourselves. Okay, here we go. A couple more loops. You're singing, don't worry about a thing, because every little thing is gonna be alright. You're singing, don't worry about a thing, no, 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 because every little thing is gonna be alright. I rise up this morning with the rising sun, 3 little birds perched by my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true, singing, this is my message to you, singing, don't worry about a thing, every little thing is gonna be alright. You're singing, don't worry about a thing, because every little thing is gonna be alright. I rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun, 3 little birds, you perched by my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true, singing, this is my message to you. Worry about a thing, because every little thing is gonna be alright. Alright, cool. Little 3 little birds. Alright, so again, my name's Luke James Schaefer. I want to say thanks for having me. If you guys are curious about the feet down here and the looper pedal, this is the Boss RC300 loop station. It's essentially 3 loopers in one, so that I can have different channels and I can take stuff in and put stuff back and, do cool stuff. So basically, if I tap on it like this and keep talking and make noise into the microphone. Tap on it like this and keep talking and make noise into the microphone. It'll record anything I do into the mic or into the guitar. And so as long as I don't mess it up, it sounds pretty cool. So I'm gonna do a little loop here so you kind of get the idea. First do the guitar part, it goes like this. So that's just a guitar part, right? And it's like doing a loop, it's just gonna go over and over. Do a little beat on top of it. And then a little lead line. So they're all on separate tracks. So I can take out the beat, put it back in. There's no combination of words I could put on the back of a postcard. No song that I could sing, but I could try for your heart. And our dreams, they are made out of real things, like a shoebox of photographs, a sepia tone love. Well, love is the answer, at least for most of the questions in my heart. Like, why are we here? Where do we go when I come in so hard? And it's not always easy, sometimes life can be deceiving. I'll tell you one thing, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, we look at them stars when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together. It's a little sloppy, but it works, right? All of these moments might make their way into my dreams tonight. I know that they'll be gone when the morning light sings and brings new things. Tomorrow night you see that they'll be gone too. Too many things I gotta do, but if all of these dreams might make their way into my day-to-day scene, be under the impression of somewhere in between with only two, just me and you. There's so many things we gotta do, or places we got to be. We'll sit beneath the mango tree now. Yeah, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, we're drinking lots of beer together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together. No. And if you miss the pedal once, you just keep going around and start again. I believe in memories, they look so pretty when I sleep. Hey now, and when I wake up, you look so pretty, sleeping next to me. But there is not enough time, and there is no song I can sing, and there is no combination of words I could sing, but I will still tell you one thing, we're better together. Alright guys, I'm gonna take a quick break, but I'm gonna send it back to Ben and Casey for now. I'll see you guys in a short while. Cheers. Oh, I needed that.
Oh, Luke, you're the best.
Can we get a shot of my foot?
You guys, okay, is he not
Luke James Shaver is the bomb.
the bomb diggity?
Love that guy. Such awesome energy. Is always so positive to work with.
Yeah.
Last time you guys sent him. I don't need this microphone anymore. Last time you guys sent him some amazing tips, and he woke up in Virginia because his time's like 4 hours ahead of us. 3 hours?
Sure.
And was like just overwhelmed with the love. So thank you guys so much last time.
Keep it up, Chocolates.
If you've got some funds that you can send his way, I'm sure he'd appreciate it. We'd appreciate it. And
it keeps them
what
happy.
an awesome dude. By the way, he and I shop at the same awesome places. You
guys
guys, look at that.
This is
I feel like I'm cool.
This has been Luke James Schaefer bounding.
Cosplay.
No,
Luke James
it's
Schaefer.
bounding. It's more bounding.
Bounding. Yep, sure. Hey, Trader Jen.
Ooh,
Are we
Trader
heading
Jen.
to Santa Cruz Mountain Brewing next?
Yes, please, Trader Jen, pour us a brewski.
Now, this is made from freshly pulped baby giraffes.
No,
Oh, wait, wrong
that's
note.
not
wrong
note.
note.
No,
this is a juicy IPA.
Yep. Now that's fun fact.
Yes.
We've got some conflicting information here because they call it a juicy IPA, but then on the website it calls it like not an IPA, right? That's this beer, isn't it? Am I crazy?
There
It's like-
seems to be some
It's
inconsistency, but we're going to
But-
go with what the label says.
yes.
Santa Cruz Mountain Brewing, juicy IPA, 6% ABV. They use an 80% Pilsner malt on this.
So good.
They then use some New Zealand hops, which
Yeah.
they talk about a little bit in the interview, but it's Tahiki and New Zealand, I guess?
No. Tahiki is a New Zealand hop.
Yes. Tahiki is
Because-
the New Zealand hop that they use. Yes.
In the interview, she said it's 100% New Zealand hop, and I was like, "Ooh, I want to know what," and I went and found out for us.
Perfect. Good
So-
job researching.
Yeah, you know, 'cause
Adventurer Casey.
That's how we get through these things. That's how we found Trader Jen's, guys. Lots of research.
Research. I've got the book right here. I'm still researching it. Like, Trader Jen. Who is Trader Jen? Where is she?
Who is Trader Jen?
I think we found that out now, so I'm going to fill that in later. But this beer, you should know, is pretty dry, which means not a bunch of sweetness to it. It should have a little bit of what am I? A
don't know
not
what-
sweet finish. How about that?
Just go right for it, and you'll see it. It's got a little bit of like that, little bit of pith, like fruit, real fruit.
Mild pithiness, like
Yeah.
from an orange, but maybe
But not
just
like the
a
sweet-
general citrus pith.
Yes, but like not like the sweet portion of the fruit. Probably helps with that New Zealand hop that we were talking about.
Yeah.
That's where it gets a little bit of that bitterness from, I imagine. I like this one.
And even though it's kind of hazy, it has a very clean taste to it.
Right?
Mouthfeel is a little pillowy, so like kind of that softness from the hazy-ish, unfiltered look that you can see in there. But it finishes really clean, and that's probably
Totally.
the dryness of it. Who did
So
we interview
delicious.
over there?
We talked to Emily and Taylor.
That's right, the
Yeah.
owner and the head brewer, both women, super awesome.
Yeah.
We
Oh.
love to promote female brewers, female-owned businesses in our festival because we are 50% female-owned. Our
It's
wives
true.
kicking butt back there.
Shout out to the Jens and the socials guys, right?
Yes.
Am I right?
So,
Drink every time you see a Jen arm. How about that?
ooh, I like it. Should we head out to the brewery and
You know what?
meet them?
That's not a bad idea at all.
Hey, folks, cheers, enjoy. We'll see you on the other side.
My name's Emily Thomas. I'm one of the founders of Santa Cruz Mountain Brewery. This is our 16th year in May, so I guess that makes us officially the oldest brewery now in Santa Cruz, which is pretty wild. I call myself the grandma of the beer scene here. I I got started with craft beer in college. I went to school in Portland, Oregon, early 90s. My uncles live up there. They love the homebrew scene. They didn't really believe that I should waste my money on a college education. They thought that I should learn what they call life skills. So working on cars, hauling brush, they're tree guys, and of course brewing beer. So I learned how to homebrew, around age 21. And when I graduated from college, they gave me a homebrew kit and a toolbox. And ultimately, college education was good, although it was in journalism. And as you can see, I'm not a journalist. But it did help with some of the business side of brewing. But then I moved to San Diego, where another craft beer scene was just really starting to unfold. And between those two cities, living in those two cities and homebrewing and teaching my husband to homebrew, when we moved back to Santa Cruz, we realized that it was really the perfect destination for a lot of breweries. There was one here at the time, and it felt like there should be 14, or probably what there is now. So that's my little story.
I'm Taylor, and I am the head brewer at Santa Cruz Mountain Brewery. I have been working here for about 10 years altogether. I started as a bartender and slowly worked my way into the brew house, cleaning kegs and on the bottling line. And I just realized that I had a super passion for brewing and making beer and drinking beer. And here we are today. This is my second year of leading the ship, and I'm really excited that COVID is coming to an end, because this last year has been really hard for us and me. And we primarily, at the beginning of all this, were doing mostly kegs, and a lot of our sales were in the tap room via pints, and so we had to kind of just totally switch to canning everything, and that was not what I was ready for personally, but we did it. So for Forbidden Beer Fest, we are drinking Baby Giraffe's Juicy IPA, which is one of my favorite creations over the last year. It's got a super dry body and a really great juicy aroma and mouthfeel, brought to you by New Zealand hops. What makes this beer so special is that we use it's 80% Pilsner malt from Admiral Maltings up in Alameda. And we love them because it's super awesome to have a local maltster, and they certify a couple of their grains organically. And I don't even think we mentioned that, but we are a certified organic brewery and have been for the whole 16 years that we've been in business. And it's really great for us and the industry that organic is more forward these days.
25 years ago, Santa Cruz had a little homebrew shop, and it was certified organic. They only sold organic ingredients. So from the very first time I started homebrewing, we were using organic ingredients. And in general, growing up in Santa Cruz, my parents were super hippie, and I just kind of raised with that culture and just the knowledge of sustainability and the effects of pesticides. And so when we went to open Santa Cruz Mountain, number one, our recipes were already based on organic ingredients, so it made sense. And then number two, we're growing a business in a way that we want to be sustainable and not to have a huge impact on the environment. And so choosing organic ingredients made sense for us, and certifying organic is the best way of really stating that you deliver what you say you're delivering. And so over the years, in the beginning, it was challenging to find ingredients, and it was challenging to kind of overcome the idea that the beer might taste different because it was brewed with organic malt and hops. And but that quickly changed, and I think brewers across the board started to realize that organic ingredients, much like food, strawberries and everything, generally tastes a lot fresher, crisper, tons of flavors in hops and malts that I think get muted out when they're grown conventionally. So for us, it's both philosophical as well as quality, I'd say, and kind of our way of life and business. I love tropical drinks. I think tiki drinks are a very craft focused cocktail. They're typically very sweet and sour, which I love, but I feel like you could really only have one. So Chi-Chis are kind of my favorite. It's like a vodka pina colada. But really that's like kind of my bandwidth for, one and done. And then I love Pilsners and lagers and relaxing on the beach.
I'm kind of a diehard beer drinker. I know it's typical or not typical, but I would honestly, if I was relaxing on a beach, a tropical island, I would still be reaching for a pale ale.
Well, thank you for having us at the Forbidden Beer Festival. It's great to be with you. Love getting to have the opportunity to drink with all of you, and we cannot wait for you to come and visit us here in Santa Cruz Mountain Brewery. We have a gorgeous outdoor beer garden, dog-friendly, kid-friendly, great food, fun stuff all around us. If you can't make it to Santa Cruz quite yet, we've got an online store. We'll ship anywhere in California. New releases coming out all the time. It's been great to hang out with you. And cheers. Cheers. Hey, I think you might have forgotten something.
Yes, that's mine.
Attained idol number! Hooray!
We did it. We did it. This one's kind of spooky, and he was hiding really well.
Yeah, did you guys even see
didn't
that
see
one
that
hiding
one.
back there? Who had the best eyesight that caught that? It was me.
No, that's because you... Anyways.
It was me. I found it. Thank goodness. We are on our way.
We noticed
we've got some cool socials to feature.
Yeah, we do. We noticed we've getting a lot more people joining us live, so we thought, why not shout out to you guys and check out your socials. See what you're tagging us in. Oh,
Barrel and Brutality. Let the games begin. VIP party.
Yeah.
Yep. We did some chicanery. It's no lie. We are having fun.
Yeah, it's true. Ooh, I like that one.
Matt, Jake, and Maki is ready for some Forbidden Beer Fest. And look at that cute little kitters.
That's not cute at all. I'm going to die of cuteness overload. No, I want to go back to that.
Wow.
I'm kidding. Oh,
more
Danny.
kitty cats.
You guys, if you own a dog, get on it, because the cats are
Seriously.
leading. I'm just
Cats
saying.
are kicking the dog's butt.
Yeah.
You know what they say? Cats rule and dogs drool. I think that's one.
Oh!
Yes, let's have some beer.
Yes.
We got Jeff and Jacob back there enjoying. And look at the dope outfits.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
I dig that hat.
Yeah.
I dig that hat.
Did he borrow that from you? I don't think I saw him take that.
I'm sure he got it.
Great job, you guys. Those are some awesome outfits. Great photos. Come on, please keep tagging us.
Yeah.
Post about us. We love seeing your photos because
Who's gonna win? Cats or dogs? Cats or dogs?
You know who we're missing from Let's Have Some Beer.
Oh,
Poe the pups.
Yeah.
Waiting for him to make an appearance.
But you know what other doggos I'm thinking about?
Which?
Oh, our little trivia buddy, Barley.
Is it
That's
trivia time?
right.
You know, let's hear. We've got Barley's got some good questions this time.
Barley's a crack up, that's for sure. His cuteness shows up, and you will see it. Remember, guys, we are going to be drinking Bottlelogic next. Some tropical hideaways about to happen, and
I know that's what a lot of people have been waiting for because
Yeah.
it was a hard find.
don't drink it all if you know.
Save
spoiler
about
alert.
2 ounces.
Also, if you are going to open it early,
Yeah, shake.
shake it. And I
A
don't
good shake.
A good, not a
Tiki shake is what they said.
Yeah,
Not this.
Yeah.
I do like to do this, but this.
a little, just a little, like you're
Those-
behind the
the
bar.
fine folks at Bottlelogic have had said, you know, make sure they do a little this.
There it
because
is.
there is
There it
a
is.
ton of
Right there.
real fruit in there, a literal ton.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're stealing the jokes. Hashtag spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Thanks,
let's pass
Bottlelogic,
on
for
the-
joining us. Bottlelogic, thank you.
Yeah, thanks
for joining us. We appreciate
Hey,
that.
Bottlelogic, how you doing?
What do you think? Should we do some trivia? Remember, guys, this is just fun time trivia.
Fun time trivia.
So, you know, I guess you can duke it out in the comments if you want, but have some fun with it. And make up some more fun drinking rules, I guess.
Oh yeah, and if you want to be on top of it as fast as possible, hit refresh on your stream because that
Yeah.
will reset your time to like as recent as possible. So hit that reset button if you want to be fast in the comments.
All right.
See you guys after you've dropped some knowledge on us.
Cheers.
Hello, everybody out there in Last Drop Beer Festival. Thank you for having me. I, as always, am Aaron, your trivia host, and we're going to get started with some awesome tiki themed trivia. I apologize for not wearing tiki attire. My last Hawaiian shirt, I guess, was destroyed, and that's a story that I mostly don't remember. So we have 2 rounds of trivia. Each round will consist of 5 questions, and each question is multiple choice, so don't worry too much. And really, the point of all of this is to drink, so make sure that you're drinking. Oh, damn, that reminds me. And don't worry, I haven't forgotten the real star of the show. We do have our special guest, Barley, back. Say hi. Can you say hi? No? Okay. All right. Now we're ready. So, round 1, question 1. Which celebrity never worked as a skipper on the Jungle Cruise at Disneyland? A. Robin Williams. B. Steve Martin. C. Kevin Costner. Or D. John Lasseter. Which celebrity never worked as a skipper on the Jungle Cruise at Disneyland? A. Robin Williams. B. Steve Martin. C. Kevin Costner. Or D. John Lasseter. The correct answer is Steve Martin. Are you sad because I put all your squeaky toys away? And all your noisy toys away? Question 2. What is the name of the submarine from the novel 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea? A. Nemo. B. Voyager. C. Nautilus. Or D. Boaty McBoatface. What is the name of the submarine from the novel 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea? A. Nemo. B. Voyager. C. Nautilus. Or D. Boaty McBoatface. The correct answer is C. Nautilus. Question 3. What was Don Ho's most famous song? A. Pearly Shells. B. Hawaiian Wedding Song. C. Beyond the Reef. Or D. Tiny Bubbles. What was Don Ho's most famous song? A. Pearly Shells. B. Hawaiian Wedding Song. C. Beyond the Reef. Or D. Tiny Bubbles. The correct answer is D. Tiny Bubbles. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I in your way? Am I uncomfortable that you're trying to be in my space while I do the thing? Okay. I have to do a thing. Question 4. In Raiders of the Lost Ark, what 2 weapons does Indy carry with him at all times? A. A knife and a bullwhip. B. A bullwhip and a pistol. C. A pistol and a knife. Or D. A bullwhip and fedora. I mean, the fedora is pretty tempting. Because it's not a weapon, but like, fashion's a weapon. This is nothing. In Raiders of the Lost Ark, what 2 weapons does Indy carry with him at all times? A knife and a bullwhip. B, a bullwhip and a pistol. C, a pistol and a knife. Or D, a bullwhip and fedora. The correct answer is B, a bullwhip and a pistol. I still love the story how they were supposed to have that whole big sword fight, and he's like, and Harrison Ford was, just being Harrison Ford and was sick and was like, can I just shoot him? Like, gosh, what a move. What a move. Question 5. The state of Hawaii consumes the most blank per capita in the U.S. A, Spam. B, chocolate. C, coconuts. Or D, pineapples. The state of Hawaii consumes the most blank per capita in the U.S. A, Spam. B, chocolate. C, coconuts. Or D, pineapples. The correct answer is A, Spam. How did you even do this? You're so dramatic.
Yeah.
Okay, how did everybody do? Let's be honest. Were you 10 for 10?
Or were you thrown off by all of Sneaky Tiki's spelling errors?
That's Sneaky Tiki. He's a trickster. A big old trickster. Have you ever been to Knott's Berry Farm and you do the Mystery Lodge? You got the Raven the trickster?
Oh.
Sneaky Tiki's our Raven. He's a trickster.
He is a trickster. Well, here is what we got going on. It is now time to talk about Tropical Hideaway. What do you think? Can we get Jen
Trader
to pour
Jen.
us a wonderful beer?
Oh. Look how delicious that
You
puppy
guys.
looks.
For those of you, look at that can. That can is delicioso. It's gonna be so good. That is Eve. For those of you who don't know, Bottlelogic is a big fan of Eve. She's in charge of science?
All the science.
All the
science. Science experimentation and also badassery.
Oh, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I want a business card that says that.
Let's not kick around, you
All
know?
right. So guys, seriously, it's
Remember, do your tiki shake
Do your
if you
tiki
haven't
shake.
opened it yet.
honestly, this beer is hardly beer. And I mean that in the best way possible.
True.
It still comes in at 5%, but is literally half beer. I mean, it's half beer, half
fruit,
half fruit.
pineapple juice.
Yeah,
Real
obviously.
pineapple juice. I saw the fruit they used. It
Yeah.
was an insane quantity.
Yeah.
And you should taste every bit of that juicy pineapple-y. And also, you should smell the pineapple. And obviously, it's there, and a little bit of vanilla.
Ooh, it's like pineapple birthday cake. Yeah, super unique beer.
Yes.
Speaking of, yeah, that's well said. Super unique beer. It's so unique. We reached out and had Bottlelogic team up with us / team up with Strongwater. Strongwater, not too far from Bottlelogic.
Another awesome Anaheim spot. If you've never
Yeah.
been to Strongwater, you need to check it out.
It's true. So this beer is it's technically a super fruited is what I think what we're calling it.
Super fruited Berliner Weiss.
Berliner Weiss. Yeah, Berliner Weiss. Yeah, that's the word. I can say that.
It's delicious, guys.
But the fun part is it's such a unique beer. We reached out knowing the theme for this beautiful festival. We reached out to Strongwater and we said, hey, you know what, guys? You need to turn this into an amazing cocktail. So this is going to be like a twofer for you guys coming up here on this interview cutaway here. We're going to go listen to Lindsay talk about the craziness, and because there's more going on with this than just pineapple juice. just to be clear.
Obviously.
Lots more going on. Lindsay's going to break it down for us. She's going to show you the tiki shake, and then we're going to go right into strong water and how to make that cocktail. Everyone should have gotten, 2 weeks ago? I don't know, a while ago, that recipe. If you guys had a chance...
If you didn't get the recipe, it's on our website under the members area
there
for
it
the
is.
Forbidden Beer Fest experience.
Experience!
It's all there, the whole recipe. But you guys, we're talking about Bottle Logic, so let's go check them out.
Yeah, let's go check out Bottle Logic. Cheers, everybody!
Creative director here at Bottle Logic Brewing. Before I was here at the brewery, I was a tour guide at a little resort over here in Anaheim for about a decade. And so Tropical Hideaway and this tiki-inspired festival is super dear to my heart. This Dole Whip creation that we've whipped together for you today is something that is just reminiscent of all of those gorgeous Adventureland flavors there at the Tiki Room. Tropical Hideaway was built with well over a ton of fruit, and so there's a little tiki shake that we need you to do before we open the cans here. You might have seen this on our social media or in clips throughout Glass Drop's social media promo stuff, but truly this was brewed with 2,116 pounds of pineapple, and as it sits in your fridge, it's going to stratify, right? So we want to make sure we're getting all of that gorgeous fruit incorporated back into the liquid. So just a couple gentle little tiki shakes before you pop it and float it into your can. We'll put you right in the right tiki headspace. Look at the color on this thing. That's just Disneyland, man. So something cool, something that I think is cool, there's so much fruit in this that you can kind of see it develop along the side of your glass. Certainly as you drink it, you'll see the pulp coat the side of this thing. It's a feature, not a flaw, and it's totally absurd that there's just so much fruit that'll even incorporate into the head. It'll just be fluffy, and this head will maintain probably throughout the whole time that you're drinking this beer. So I hope you enjoyed the weird wonderfulness of Tropical Hideaway. We've been having a blast developing these really rich, viscous smoothie beers. We've done a couple great ones so far. Toast to the Nose was incredibly popular. I think at this point we'll have released batch 2 last week. Travel with me in time, friends. And in the next couple of weeks, as of filming, we should have a batch 2 of Tropical Hideaway down again for you at the brewery. The response to this has just been kind of mind-blowing. I think we're all missing the park and missing these kind of familiar flavors. So the combination of a smoothie Berliner, thick, tropical, juicy base, was just so meant for a Dole Whip incarnation, and we're really proud of how it came together here at the brewery, and man, the response has just been wild. So we're psyched to be able to feature it with the Last Drop team and to put more down as soon as we can, because it couldn't be more perfect for summer. The Smoothie Berliners are a fun, weird challenge. I mean, what's craft beer without marshmallows? We've well documented at this point. So we'll see more really tropical kind of fruit bombs. We'll do a couple more of these acai bowl kind of mix and match combos. I've been really enjoying the kind of cobbler direction some of these take with Pitfalls and Perils or Eyes on the Pies, kind of an Indiana Jones connection there. I mean, it's all tiki at the end, turtles all the way down. But man, I hope you enjoy this beer. If I were on a tropical beach somewhere without Tropical Hideaway, I think I'd really have to be drinking Strongwater's Zombie King. It's very high octane, perfect cocktail, and if you scored one of those mugs, I need to get in touch with you. All right, thanks for joining us. I hope you enjoyed Tropical Hideaway. Come see us on our beautiful patio. We're open from noon to 10 p.m. Outside every day. Cheers. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
Welcome everybody, my name is Robert Adamson and this is Forbidden Beer Fest. We're going to be doing today Bottle Logic's Tropical Hideaway Beer. It's like Dole Whip in a can, it's excellent, and we're going to make a cocktail with it. If you've never been to Strongwater Anaheim is located about 5-minute walk from the Packing House, just down the street from City Hall and Center Street. Really love to see you come by and check us out. So let's just get started. Also, if you just want to check us out, we're at Strongwater Anaheim on social media, Instagram. I'm Blackstrap Rob if you want to follow me. I know, giggle, giggle. So let's get going. Today we're going to be using Plantation Pineapple Rum. If you've never had this before, it's beautiful rum made by Plantation with pineapples, real pineapples in it, not an artificial flavor. We're going to do 1.5 ounces of this, and I'm sure the guys are going to supply this recipe to you as well if you want to make it at home. So, or just contact me and we'll make it together. So we're going to do 1.5 ounces of that. We're going to switch over to my favorite, Blackstrap Rum. This is like maple and love in a bottle. It's excellent. If you've had it before, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, go out and get a bottle today. You can pick this up at almost all your local liquor stores. We're gonna switch over to some fresh juices. We do fresh lime juice. This was made earlier today. Definitely go with the fresh. If you can't, that's understandable. You'll have to adjust your sugar content. A little bit of pineapple juice because we want to celebrate the beautiful pineapple feel. We didn't want to really alter the can too much, so we wanted to use the ingredients and then just accentuate what we're doing. And then we're going to do a cinnamon syrup. We're doing 1/2 ounce of 2-to-1 cinnamon syrup. Again, all you're going to do is steep cinnamon sticks inside of water and then use your two cups of sugar if you're going to go big with your 1 cup of cinnamon tea, and you're good to go. Now we're all set, so we're going to mix. We're using a little bit of cold draft ice here to mix it up, but we're going to top it off with pebble ice. And we're going to shake. Now always remember to seal your tin so you don't end up wearing all of your rum. It's a good look and it smells great, but if you get pulled over, it's going to be a problem. And always remember to smile. There you go. We're going to shake it up and we're going to pop it open. And this is precious, so we're going to let this all drip out before we move on to it. And then we're going to move to our beer. Again, 2 ounces of this bad boy goes a long way. A little more is okay too. Nobody's gonna be mad at you. So we're gonna set that off to the side and we're gonna pack our glass. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever worked with pebble ice before, but there's a trick to this that I found out just recently. If you were to fill this up like this, all of the ice is gonna float to the top. You're gonna have all of your warm cocktail on top, so just push it down. I know it sounds really weird, but it makes a big difference. And then we're gonna go ahead and strain it and just pour it in. Shot of that. Oh, see it moves, it's haunted. There we are. Oh, just gorgeous. Now we've got a little special treat. We made a whipped cream today, and what we did is we reduced down a little bit of pineapple juice to get that sugar content. And then we're just gonna go ahead and create a nice little swirl. And then we also did some powdered pineapple. And follow us on social media at Strongwater Anaheim. I'm Blackstrap Rob. Cheers, and come join us at Strongwater Anaheim.
Yes, the idol has been attained! And also, how awesome was that little feature for Strongwater? I hope you guys all made that drink.
Yeah.
Because we did.
Now,
teensy little taster size.
Yeah, we made little ones because...
How cute are umbrellas? Come on. You know, something that both Casey and I said while we were sitting here making our drinks is how often we forget how delicious cinnamon is.
Yeah,
in a cocktail.
In a tiki
cocktail.
A good tiki cocktail.
Tiki cocktail. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want it in a Manhattan, but I will for sure
Hey,
take it.
I would try a cinnamon Manhattan around Christmas time. That'd be great.
Okay. All right, guys. So let's get down to business. How good is that beer? Let's go on and talk about the fact that you guys are overwhelming our entire staff
in a good way.
In a good way, with so many awesome dogs, cats, and of course
tagging us with
humans.
Your social hanging out parties.
Yeah.
And Jen was showing us some of the cool things that people are doing, hanging out in their backyards. TV set up, a whole table full of like tiki drinks and cocktails and fun decorations. We love this. We love seeing that stuff, you guys.
We love it. I promise you, if we can't show it on screen because we have a limited amount of time, we are seeing it and we all freaking love it.
And
the Gens
obviously
are dying
we're
from
going to try
cuteness.
to reshare it.
Oh yeah, we're obviously going to try to share as many as we can, but I think we would probably have to have a whole day-long event just to see all the cute doggos and cattos that you guys are sending
That
us.
would be kind of fun. Like
I wouldn't be mad
a
at that.
social sharing. No talking about beer, but let's beer and
No, we could-
share social stuff.
We should just do, Ben, next festival is just like an animal, like pet fest.
Pet fest.
Pets and beer.
Pets and beer.
Petting beers?
Petting beers. That sounds strange.
That does sound strange. Maybe I shouldn't talk with my mouth.
Thankfully, we have somebody who's not strange coming up next.
It's true.
Ukulena. Set number dos.
Yeah, for those of you that weren't here for the pregame, Ukulena was warming us up and getting us all tropical-fied. And now that we're all relaxed and hanging out, what do you say we get into that second set
Hey,
with
this
Ukulena?
drink goes so great with some Ukulena.
Yeah.
I'm down. Let's do it.
Cheers, guys. Enjoy.
Aloha, Ukulena is back at the Forbidden Beer Fest, a tiki adventure hosted by Last Drop Beer Festival. Here's a little bit of Elvis. Night and you and blue Hawaii. The night is heavenly, and you are heaven to me. Lovely you and blue Hawaii. With all this loveliness, there should be love. Oh, come with me. Oh, wow, the moon is on the sea. The night is young, and so are we. So are we. Dreams come true in blue Hawaii, and mine could all come true. This magic night of nights with you. Come with me. Oh, the moon is on the sea. Oh, the night is young, and so are we. So are we. Oh, dreams come true in blue Hawaii. And mine could all come true. This magic night of nights with you. Speaking of Elvis, here's a little song I wrote about Elvis called Elvis in Paradise. Let's run away tonight. Ooh, ooh, to paradise. Ooh, ooh, to paradise. He says follow that dream and everything will be alright. Wherever that dream may lead, that's where you'll find me tonight in paradise. Oh, paradise. Alrighty, that was my song Elvis in Paradise. You can hear it soon on my upcoming album. And speaking of my next album, I don't know if y'all know the Hula Girls, but Spike from the Hula Girls not only recorded on my upcoming album, but he also photographed the album covers. So here's a little song by the Hula Girls called Hawaii's Not That Far Away.
So good. I don't know about you guys, but I definitely finished that cocktail because that was.
Yeah, the tiki vibes were just flowing. So I just, I definitely finished it. How is everybody feeling? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah. The gens have been completely overwhelmed by your wonderful work on the social medias, and
we appreciate it.
Yeah.
Share the love.
Share. Well, it's about that time. So we thought, again, for those of you who don't know, if this is your first time here, we actually sit down and work pretty hard because Virtual Beer Fest is a little bit different than your in real life festivals. So we sit down and we do a lot of hard work about trying to figure out what beers should go in what orders.
It takes a lot of work.
Yeah, and when we threw in a tiki cocktail, we thought, how should we kind of refresh everyone's palates? Here it is. We're going to go to Gunwale. And Jen, what do you say? Can we get a
pour some of that hooey hooey?
Yeah. Ooh.
Or hooey hooey?
Yeah.
Hooey hooey. Hooey hooey. That's the right way to say it. I had a 7th grade science teacher who married a Hawaiian prince, and she told us the correct way to pronounce Hawaiian words.
That's a good one. Ooh, look at that. Now, don't forget, that beautiful pancake pour is done on purpose because it gives us all the wafting
The
notes.
aromas.
The aromas
lets us all
are
go.
so wonderful. Again, this is from Gunwale. Check out that can, guys. Ooh.
What a beauty.
Ain't she a beaut? Nice and cold, ready to drink.
And if you're thinking, hey, why is this in a tiki festival?
Yeah, coffee.
Lo and behold,
Coffee
this
golden
is
ale.
Kona coffee from the Isle of Hawaii. And it's brought to you by the Bodhi Coffee and Tea Leaf Roasters.
Bodhi Leaf
Coffee
Traders.
Roasters. Traders?
Bodhi Leaf Coffee Traders.
Great. But Hawaiian coffee, tiki, boom.
Yeah. So, what do you guys think? Let's see. Let's go into it. Stick your nose in there, guys.
I already know it smells. Oh, dang, that's good.
If you like coffee,
I love coffee and I love beer, and I actually really love coffee with beer.
Yeah.
One of my favorite beers for the longest time was Bottlogic's Red Eye November when they were like freshly what's the technique?
Right off the line?
What's the technique when you run the coffee through the thing?
It's
oh man.
Where's Bottlelogic? Where they just run it. Well, actually, they say that they run the beer through.
Yeah,
coffee.
but it's a thing. It's
there's
a
for
process. But that is like
Okay.
my favorite beer because it has this amazing coffee, fresh roasted aroma, and it goes so well with their dark beer.
I'm not gonna lie though, Ben.
This has almost the same aroma and flavor to it in a nice, light golden vessel.
It doesn't. So that's what I was gonna say.
Carriage.
I'm used to, like you. I'm used to having my coffee beers in a dark beer.
Yeah, stouty.
So this might be one of my first like not stout coffee coffee beers.
Yeah.
Golden Ale, Kona Coffee, only 4.9%, little lighter on the ABV.
But you guys, how smart are we? When do you go and look at perfume and cologne? What do they give you to smell in between? Coffee. When you're having a cocktail and you need to transfer to something else, coffee.
So good.
Genius here, folks. It was all Casey. He's the genius.
That's not true.
All right, it
Teamwork.
was a teamwork.
Teamwork, baby.
And we were really excited because when we started first reaching out to Gunwale, this wasn't something they first presented to us as something that was available.
That being said,
being said, once we saw it, that it was something that they were doing, we were said, this is perfect for our festival.
Please.
It's Hawaiian coffee. We need this because this will be something that's different, but also fits with the theme, and this
Perfectly.
totally works.
It does, and it's got So I was just checking the can because I remember them talking about it because we will be going to Justin and Kevin over at Gunwales in just a minute. But I remember talking, so there is actually just a touch of milk sugars or lactose in this. So if you're drinking this and you're like, oh, it's not so bitter, that's because lactose is not digestible by yeast, or most yeast. I'll just say most yeast. And it leaves a little sweetness.
And it also adds some body to the liquid.
Yeah,
So if it feels kind of creamy to you, that's because the lactose sugar in there is actually causing some of that thicker goodness. Same as when you put sugar in coffee. You know, it adds some body to your coffee. Lactose will add some body to your.
And it's nice because on the nose it's coffee, but when you drink it, it's actually a little muted with that milk sugars helping that out really well.
Yeah, it's super mild, but really, really enjoyable.
Should we let them go meet Justin and Kevin?
Let's head over to Gunwale.
All right, cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Hi everyone, my name is Justin. I'm one of the 3 co-founders here at Gunwale Ales. We started in Costa Mesa. We have our little brewery there, about 3,000 square feet. We started there in 2016 in November. We just started going crazy and bonkers there, so we needed to expand. So that's where we are now. We're in our new location in Orange. We've been open here for about a year now. It's going great despite the big virus we got going around. But yeah, this is a cool facility. You know, we're able to really punch out a bunch of beers now. You'll start seeing us in distro a lot more now because we've hooked up with a distributor called Classic, and they're distributing our beer to all of Southern California. What got us started here? Well, my background is a chef. I was a chef for most of my career, slaving behind the stove, and then I had an interest in home brewing. I just deep passion for craft beer in general, and really loved you know, Belgian styles and hop forward beers. And me and my 2 buddies started brewing in our backyard, and we're like, dude, let's start a brewery. And we just you know, set off. It took us, you know, probably 2 years to come up with our business plan, kind of our branding, what style beers we're gonna brew. Zeroing in on location is, dude, that's just ridiculously hard. It takes a long time with planning and just going through the city and, you know, talking a landlord into digging up their floors and doing all that BS. So yeah, it took us 2 years to open, and then we opened up in Costa Mesa off Randolph, where we've got a cool little patch of breweries there, about 4 of them now, which has been a cool little community that we have there of you know, beer making. We try to, you know, build cool tap rooms where people want to come and hang out. You know, just a fun fact is that, you know, our partner JT comes from a building background, and basically everything that you see in the tasting rooms, he is hand built. You know, like these benches behind us. You know, I was his bitch, and I helped him kind of create this cool little like train bench over here. You know, and all the tile work you see, every single thing in here is handmade by JT, myself, and Bobby, just kind of going around. Kevin, our brewer, too, he's been with us for a long time, and he helped build this place as well, which was kind of fun. All right, seeing as though this is a tiki-themed Tiki Fest, I grew up actually on the island of Maui, so I love Mai Tais. Give me one of those Mai Tais on the beach, and I'm fully stoked. I actually go to Billy's all the time in Newport to just hang out, look at the water. But also when I'm on the beach, I love, you know, our brewery's about we do a lot of farmhouse, a lot of saisons. I love a good crispy saison on the beach. Sounds fabulous.
Hey, my name is Kevin Hammonds. I'm the head brewer here at Gunwale Ales. I've been brewing professionally for about 12 years now. I'm up in my 4th year here at Gunwale as a head brewer. So today during Forbidden Beer Fest, you should be drinking the Hui Hui. It's our golden coffee ale. So this actually came about with Bodhi Leaf Coffee Roasters. We were brewing a different beer, a stout that we were adding coffee to. And as we were tasting through some of the coffee blends, they kind of mentioned that it's usually kind of the more boring coffees that work with stouts, and they always kind of want to do something more fruity and more exciting. So we thought, hey, let's do something. So instead of going just roasty, chocolatey, we thought let's do something a little bit different. So we did a golden ale. We used a kind of more expressive, fruity English yeast with it. We wanted to kind of have a neutral but full-bodied malt character. And then we used just a little bit of late addition, some citrusy hops in there to kind of give us a nice base to start with. And then we tasted through some of their blends, and they actually had this really nice Kona coffee blend that they had never been able to work into a beer yet, and it worked perfectly with the tropical fruit character in that coffee to kind of pair into this beer. So it's kind of a unique experience having kind of a more fruity coffee, a little bit more acidic to kind of balance with the little tiny bit of lactose we added in just for some body and some sweetness, and that sweet malt character, and then that kind of fruity yeast works with that coffee as well. So So I hope you guys enjoyed the beer. If you're in the Southern California area, come visit us. We have locations in Orange and Costa Mesa.
Well, look what I found.
Yes! Idol number
17.
Attained! You guys, we are doing so well.
I was gonna say
catching these idols. Did you guys see it there in the background? Because I sure as heck didn't. But you know, hey, this guy's pretty cool, right?
Right.
I wonder what part of the Forbidden Best Beer Festival he unlocks.
This part.
Oh yeah, that part.
You guys, this beer is just so amazing to me. It's blowing my mind because I always felt like I'm not a huge coffee fan. I'm the guy who gets like a mocha frappa, whatever, lots of sweetness when I get coffees, but
I like a good strong dark coffee, so I'm down with whatever.
This thing is just nutty. But let's talk about why we're all here.
Surf Clubs of America Inc. actually is why we're all here today.
Yep. They helped us out. They've been really great to work with. They are really new in the what's the word I'm looking for? In the game.
Yep.
Their Luke over there is gonna be talking to you guys for just a couple minutes here, and we're gonna listen to why we're all here. We're gonna help underprivileged children get out there on some boards. Yeah. What do you think? Should we just go right into?
Let's go check out what Luke's got to say, man.
Let's check out why we're all here, guys. Cheers.
What's up, Forbidden Beer Fest? My name is Luke Sensibi, and I am the founder of Surf Clubs of America Incorporated, which is a nonprofit that is going to help or attempt to help kids who are less fortunate than I was growing up get involved in surfing, and that's what we're all about. So the reason I had the idea or have this mission to get kids involved in surfing is because it kept me out of trouble. Kept me from being where I shouldn't be, and kept me at the beach where maybe I should have been in school, but that's another time, another place. However, what I learned was that being at the beach, being at the ocean, learning about oceanography, the waves, tides, and all that thing gave me something to look forward to every weekend, and it really gave me a drive, really just to pursue the sport. And for some people it's a hobby. For me it was a sport. It got competitive, and I know it can open up a world of possibilities to kids that wouldn't even consider it, because most kids, they just think soccer, football, baseball, and there's a whole nother world where you can be an individual athlete, and you can travel, and you may even get to go to some schools and do some competitions with the sport of surfing. So from the help of the Forbidden Beer Fest community, what we're going to try to do is raise enough money to get enough surfboards to get the first group going this summer. Hopefully, probably in Huntington Beach, but we need the boards. We need the foamies. The foamies are important, and what those are those big longboards you see at Costco. When you fall, they don't hurt. Otherwise, a real surfboard you graduate to, which is faster, slicker, but basically that's what we need from you guys out there in the community, in the beer community. By the way, I tried some of that beer. It's delicious. Would not recommend the kids take that on their first paddle out, but that's okay. So that is where you guys can help us bringing this first outing together this summer. We're trying to raise funds to get the first 10 boards. So if you guys want to stay connected with us and get more information, just visit our Instagram page, which is Surf Clubs of America Inc. We will also have a link to the website there, but we'll also make most of the announcements from the Instagram page. So that way, if you guys want to get involved, if you want to volunteer, do you want to donate some boards if you have some boards, rash guards, anything, or funds. Yay, we love funds, because that's what makes the whole thing go around. So please give us a follow, give us a like, do all that stuff, share, spread the word, and please help these kids out. We're going to be starting always in the inner cities, so places like Santa Ana, Compton, places where surfing is not a thing, to introduce and give another option to the kids who are in foster care. I gave this a lot of thought, and I was asked if I was relaxing on a beach, what would be my drink? And I had to think about it for a second, and I think I'd go with a mojito because it's refreshing, it's got mint, and it sneaks up on you. So by the time you get up from the sand, you'll probably wind up back in the sand ordering another mojito. All right, last drop. Thank you so much for having me. I hope you guys out there will help us out, and if you do, cheers to you. Thank you.
You guys, we're doing this together.
And by the way, we have some really awesome news.
Yeah. First of all, I want to say thank you, Luke. Thank you. Ben?
The awesome news is, with your tickets that you purchased tonight, you have contributed to buying those first 10 softy boards that Luke was asking for to get this whole thing started with him, because literally he is new. He just started in December was the original filing date.
Yeah.
So he's been dealing with, trying to get this going through the pandemic. And once we saw his shout out or call out to be like, hey, is there anybody out there that can help us? We reached out to him and said, we're going to figure out a way to make something happen.
And and you guys did make it happen.
You guys made it happen. The breweries that were able to donate some beer to make it happen. Huge applause to everybody. Thank you so much. Luke really sends his thanks. Obviously, we even had him come here to the studio and film his whole section. So, he totally appreciates it. And again,
I don't think we actually told him that we're gonna buy those.
Oh yeah, it's a secret. He doesn't know yet unless he's watching. But I think
if he's watching, but he's probably busy.
Yeah. He is.
Then hey, buddy, we're gonna buy you those 10 foamies. Is that
foamies?
The word? Foamies.
I don't want to call them softies, but that's
not no foamies.
Foamies.
I didn't know that. Maybe we should go. You know what? My little Osmo's got a waterproof camera. We should go down and film one day.
Yeah, we should share with everybody, the benefits of what you guys have made happen. So again, thank you so much. Thank you to the breweries again, and you guys are all awesome. Thank you so much.
Couldn't have done it without all the droplets coming together and raising some money to help underprivileged children. You guys are awesome. Should we talk about a beer?
Hey, I'm ready for an awesome Pog Tart Ale, not like the Pog Hefeweizen we had earlier. This puppy is pretty sour, so if you are on that spectrum of loving more sour tart beers, this is the one for you.
It is.
And boy, does it have a nice fruity body that goes with it.
Thank you, Jen. Oh my goodness.
Trader Jen, give us that beer.
You think we're gonna crack into that amber after this too? I want to see if we can make a dinosaur.
We're gonna make some dinosaurs happen for
Ooh,
sure.
Look at that! That's a good
That's
pancake.
a pancake. I can't wait to hear or smell the the nose on that one.
Look at that, Eureka! You guys. I feel like maybe I should do a little can turn on this. What do you guys think of this?
The label art is ridiculous. Did you also notice it's cats playing Pogs, with slammers and stuff, back in the day?
That's so sick.
Talk about some ridiculous nostalgia. You got the artwork apparently has garnered them some what's it called?
Following
or something, some buzz on there.
There you go. That's the word. Some buzz
on their
socials
because it's just ridiculous.
So
cats playing Pogs.
Yeah, let's talk about this beer. It's a tart fruit ale, 4.5%. Now, I know I've got a couple friends. We've got friends that are in the chats and everything. I'm gonna drop some more nerd beer knowledge. So we've got a traditional sour, which. Hashtag spoiler alert, the brewery is pretty good at, if you haven't heard of them, and they'll be later on in the festival. with Offshoot. A classic sour is with what mostly Brettanomyces, right? Is that the right one?
It's a bacteria.
A bacteria.
By the way.
Thank you. A bacteria. Thank you, Ben. Then there's the classic, or the second other version is a kettle sour, which is where you kind of I'm going to say burn the beer, kind of for lack of a better term, because I'm not a brewer. Then there's this. What is happening with this beer? We talk about it.
Special yeast, you guys.
Yeah, it's a yeast that actually spits out with the sour notes, so you don't have to have a bacteria, which can get everywhere. You don't have to spend hours, days even making a kettle sour. You can now use a yeast. What? I learned that when we were filming.
Science!
There's a name for it, but I think they talk about it in the interview.
Oh yeah, Phil talks about it.
Phil goes over it, and I've already forgot about it. Sorry,
and what
Phil.
a wealth of knowledge Phil was. And for those of you that want to hang out, maybe beyond the festival or closer to the end, we actually have him going through the entire brewing process. So if you're one of those people that really wants to dig into what's happening on a large scale of brewing, Phil goes through everything with us, and it's super cool, and he shows us all the brewing equipment over at Eureka.
So let's talk about the beer. On the nose, you can clearly smell that tartness.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Like if you've opened up like a sour warhead and you stick your head in there, you get that.
Or even if you tear open a passion fruit
and you
smell that is exactly what I'm getting off of this. It's definitely that tart passion fruit, tropical notes.
Not so sweet on the nose. You definitely get that tart.
Yeah.
And then go in for a drink, guys.
You can tell it's a teensy bit acidic, which gives you that tartness.
Ooh. Now, he also talks about the fact that he does not actually use 100%. Ooh, my mouth is watering. He does not use 100% of that yeast that we're talking about. I think he said 50-50 split between I can't remember what kind of yeast he said. I think he said it's like a house yeast that they have. So it's not full, all that tart yeast. Really good stuff here. Obviously, this is very light and refreshing. You get that passion fruit.
Can you imagine just on a super hot day and you've got a can of this and it's ice cold and man, you would just keep going back for that?
So yummy. You might have also noticed that we've been asking all the breweries or whoever we're interviewing, I should say, what kind of tropical drink, if it be a beer or a cocktail. We asked them, hey, what do you like to drink when you're on the beach? Feel free to throw that into the comments. Let us know what you guys, when you're not enjoying the Forbidden Beer Fest, what do you guys like to kick back on the beach with?
Hey, maybe it's our custom cocktail, the Strong Drop of Logic.
Yes.
Ooh, that's my new favorite for sure.
Strong Drop of Logic. That's hashtag throwback to a few minutes ago. And don't forget, they're gonna have it if you go to Strong Water.
Were we supposed to
Spoiler alert.
know that? You guys,
it's gonna happen.
We made this collabo happen
later. Anyways, back to this beer. Yeah, you got the passion fruit, you got the orange, you got the guava. Why do you think they call it passion fruit and not like orange fruit?
Because it's got a lot of passion in it?
I don't know. But everybody always says passion fruit, but you never say orange fruit.
The one last thing I will say is that this
thing.
has a very nice malty finish. You know, when you're having a sour tart beer, it often just kind of ends with that sour tartness. Once this kind of sits for a second on your tongue and as you're drinking it, you get kind of that malty backbone that a lot of more wheaty beers or ales have. So, hey, let's go talk to Phil at Eureka Brewing.
It's true. Cheers!
Hi, my name's Phil McDaniel. We're here at Eureka Brewing Company in Gardena, and this is my brewery. So Eureka is a very new brewery, actually. We've only been up and running for a few months, but we're coming in strong, and we have a lot of beers in cans already, and we're excited to grow this brewery into something special. But I've been around in this industry for a while, about 15 years now, and I started, at first I went to brewing school. When I found out, as a home brewer, I found out you could actually go to school for beer. I decided, why wouldn't I do that? So I went to brewing school, Siebel Institute in Chicago, and also Munich, Germany. When I came back, I got a great job at Stone as an assistant brewer, Stone Brewing Company in San Diego. Learned a lot there, worked my way up there. Then I got the opportunity to be the lead brewer at the brewery in Orange County. Worked with Tyler King and Patrick at that brewery, which was another great experience. And then I had another great experience. Started a brewery in Redondo Beach with two great guys, Tom Dunbabin and Will Daines. We started King Harbor Brewing Company. So King Harbor's doing great. They've been around for 6-7 years now. And this is the newest venture, Eureka. So here we are in Gardena, and I'm excited for everyone to try our beers. So Eureka Brewing, like I said, is brand new. It was founded by myself and my longtime buddy, Adam. We were actually in the same kindergarten class together, so we really know each other well. And he's kind of successful in the business world, and I've been making beer for 15 years, so we got together to start this brewery. So our branding is very much, just what Adam and I like coming up with. So we're both born and raised in California, so the Eureka is kind of a tribute to the California state seal. And as far as our branding, Adam's very creative on the branding and images side, so he does all of our beer labels, and the beers obviously is what I do. But we discuss what kind of beers we like, and that's pretty much what we're gonna brew. We're not really too stuck on just one particular thing. If I'm inspired by a new ingredient that I find, I might build a beer around that, or if I just think of a cool concept. But basically, the beers will always be creative, nothing too simple, and obviously high quality is my job, and that's the kind of beers you'll get from Eureka. So the beer we have today for you guys is Pog Tart. This was our first beer here at Eureka that I kind of got threw a little twist on it. I wanted to do a fruit beer, so I thought, what's kind of the coolest way I could do a fruit beer, not just a simple, strawberry wheat or something like that. So I've always been kind of interested in the Pog juice, which is kind of this Hawaiian juice that is basically passion fruit, orange, and guava all combined into one, and people just love that flavor profile. So you can actually buy like a gallon of Pog juice already pre-mixed. So I thought, well, if I just buy those 3 fruits individually, put them all into the brew, we could have a Pog beer. But to kind of make it even more interesting, I wanted to make it tart. So those juices, those tropical flavors do really well with tartness. Some fruits don't always pair with tartness, but tropical fruits very much do. So what I did was, I got all of my tartness from actually no bacteria. Traditional like Belgian lambics and stuff, though, the sour character is from bacteria as opposed to yeast. This beer is 100% yeast. There's no bacteria used in it. What we use is this new acid-producing yeast named Sourvisier instead of Cerevisier is the term for yeast. So they did a little spin on it. They call it Sourvisier. And I've used it in the past. And the thing about Sourvisier is it makes the beer a little too sour. It's like insanely sour. So for this particular beer, I used half of my yeast pitch was Sourvisier. The other half was our house just clean ale yeast. So it was 2 different yeasts together create a nice sourness, but not too much, but enough that it tastes like a tart beer. So that's where the acidity comes from. Again, no bacteria, just a cool yeast that learned how to make acid and makes the beer sour without having to use bacteria in your brewery. So anyways, yeah, and then so we came up with the idea. Pog Tart is, you know, kind of an easy name for that beer. And then for some reason, Adam decided we needed cats on the label. So yeah, we thought Pog Tart was a cool. Somehow you kind of got 80s, arcade, and cat. So that was Adam's contribution. But as much as I couldn't wrap my head around it, it's become one of our most popular labels. So I guess Adam knew what he was doing when he came up with that. And yeah, so that's our Pog Tart. So tasting notes for the Pog Tart. I'll pour a little bit here. I actually do love this beer. Sometimes as a brewery you make beers that you're not necessarily a fan of. It's not your favorite style. And fruit beers have always been something that I never really drink much of. So all the fruit beers I've made in the past, I never really drink when I'm at home having beer. I tell everybody that I actually love drinking this beer. It's the first fruit beer. There's something about the tartness going with the fruit, the different fruits, that just goes really well. And I truly enjoy this fruit beer, which is pretty unique for me. But the nose is all those three fruits, and it is, I think the reason why it's a thing, Pog juice is a thing, is because those three fruits pair really well. They're distinct from each other, but when they all come together, they make like a new juice flavor, is what I get out of it. So, I mean, it's just a juicy nose, and then the taste is, like I said, it's definitely tart, but not puckeringly tart. And then the malt bill is like 50% wheat, so you kind of get that wheat fruit beer backbone, and then also tons of fruit character in the flavor, you know, as well as in addition to the aroma. But the other cool thing about the Sourvisier acid producing yeast is you don't get some of the funky things that can happen with bacteria. So there's like literally zero funk to the sourness. It's just pure kind of lemony tartness. So it's almost like drinking like a carbonated lemonade with 5% alcohol, kind of. That's kind of the experience you get out of it. So fruity, nice tartness, a little bit of wheat, and no funk, just sour. So. Okay, so yeah, when I'm hanging out, it's definitely beer that I'm gonna have. I'm not much of a sweet drink type guy, but I'm a big fan of just easy drinking beer. So our Pilsner that we have, or any good Pilsner I love, actually any really German lager. Hoppy beers are great. IPAs you can only have a couple of, but if it's like maybe a lower alcohol IPA, 5-6%, those are also my go-tos. But generally more moderate alcohol in my beers I enjoy, because I like to drink a few beers, so keeping the alcohol around 5% and I'm good to go. All right, so thanks to everybody for participating, and I hope you enjoy the beers. And next time you're in the area here in Gardena, feel free to stop by our brewery. Our tasting room actually just opened. So we have the limited indoor and we have plenty of outdoor seating. So feel free to come by the tasting room. Also, our cans are all over the place: LA County, Orange County, Inland Empire. So if you see our cans of Eureka beer, go ahead and try it, because I'm doing my best. I hope the beer is good. Hey, I saw you guys looking at this. Do you need it?
Wow, you guys.
Job well done.
By the way, did you guys see how sneakily this was hiding in the background? It was on their stacks of cans.
Yeah, I saw that.
Their palletized cans, getting ready for depow.
They've been laying through those cans pretty quick.
I'm glad this didn't get
through
the canning line. This would have been a terrible disaster for them.
I think Phil mentioned it, but I just want to reiterate. When we filmed that, they had only opened their tasting room the day before. So if you guys want to swing down to Eureka, it's a great spot. Obviously, great beer. I know you got to be... They don't do, by the way, they're not just like doing tarts and sours and all that stuff. Plenty of other beers.
Yep.
We just felt that Pog Tart was a great ale to bring to you guys.
And what a great variety that we had a Pog that was very juicy and sweet and had that floral note. And then a Pog that's super tart and dry and makes you want to go in for another one just because it's got that drying thing. Speaking of dry.
Speaking of dry, Ben, you should probably drink some water, and I will also.
This is your water reminder, folks. Hypothetically, for every pint of beer you're drinking, aka a can, you should be drinking a pint of water.
Yeah.
And it'll help you not be hungover tomorrow because your body will have all that extra water with which to help filter out those
impurities, let's call them. Also, Pedialyte helps. # not a sponsor. All right, guys. So, what do you think? Should we go kind of relaxing and hang out with Luke Jamie? Luke Jamie?
Oh,
I just said
Luke James Schaefer. Oh yeah, I'm all about that.
He's super chill. You guys know him. He's back for the second and final set. So soak it in. Remember,
enjoy that.
# he needs a foot Instagram. No, that's not right.
Footstagram?
Footstagram.
That's a new thing. We're starting it. Don't steal it.
Don't steal our
Footstagram.
idea. All right, take it away, Luke James. Woo!
Welcome back to the East Coast. Hope you're having a blast. I would like to take this moment to remind everybody that drinking water while you're trying a ton of different kinds of beer is never a bad idea. You don't have to do it, but your future self might thank you if you do. Okay, back to the music. Whenever I ask my wife what's like a good beach or like a tiki song, she's like, Cheeseburger in Paradise. And I'm like, never gonna play that song. So, I'm gonna play Margaritaville instead. Here we go. Nibbling on sponge cake, watching the sun bathe. All those tourists covered with oil, strumming my 6-string on my front porch swing. Smell those shrimps that begin in a bar, wasting away again at Forbidden Beer Fest, searching for my lost sugar song. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know it's Ben and Casey's fault. I don't know the reason I stayed here all season. Nothing to show but this brand new tattoo. It's a real beauty, a Mexican cutie. How I got there, I haven't a clue. Wasting away again in Margaritaville, searching for my lost sugar song. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame. Now I know, had a flop. Stepped on a pop top. Cut my hair, had to cruise on back home. Blues in the blender, and soon it will render. That frozen concoction that helps me hang on. Wasting away against the forbidden buffet. Searching for my lost sugar song. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know it's my own damn fault. Yeah. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame. Now I know it's Ben and Casey's fault. Sorry, Ben and Casey. I was just joking. So, really quick, if anybody's curious, I'm not drinking beer tonight, unfortunately. I usually drink beer, but I drink one cider from one cidery that's by us. It's called Lost Boys Cider. It's in Alexandria. So it's the thing about it is it's not sweet at all, and it's at 6.9% ABV. So it's it does the job and it tastes great. So it's like a dry cider. It's delicious. I'm drinking the Comeback Kid. They got a bunch of different ones. But I love it. We go there often. My wife and I go there. It's not too far. It's like a mile from our house. So it's an easy walk there and a less easy walk home. All right, so I'm gonna play one more song for y'all. This song is not tiki themed, but I wanted to play it just because it's a fun song, and like, you know, as it's my last one, I just want to like, you know, go out with a bang kind of a thing. So, thank you so much for having me. Here's Mr. Brightside by The Killers. you so much for having me. My name's Luke James Schaefer. Please enjoy the rest of your tiki beer adventure. Cheers to the next time. Have a great night. Thank you. Yeah, let's go.
You guys.
Dang, Luke James Safer!
And also, I kind of want to try some of that cider.
Mr. Brightside's a pretty dope song.
Yeah.
Not tiki related, but he did say he wanted to bust out an extra
it was a good
jam that's a little upbeat. You can't
little
have
jammy jam.
You can't have tiki luau music the whole time.
Well, let's see. Let's. Oh, what did you drop? What did you drop?
I dropped my hat, you guys. Oh my gosh, what's going on back here?
You got. Hold on. Sorry.
Wow, that was exciting.
I lost it. Let's
a little bit of Indiana Jones stuff for you guys. Come on, melt in the face, all that.
Let's not do that and see what you guys are doing. Hey, look at that.
Motu Minion. Yes.
Nice.
Now that's exactly what I'm talking about. They took our advice
my
and
buddy
did it
Joe.
all out. Patio, screen showing everything, hanging out with their friends. That is the right way to do one of our beer fests. Not going to lie.
Way to go, Pache.
We got some doggy pictures.
Trixie looking good. Oh my
Which
goodness,
should
so cute.
Trixie keep on for the festival? Pineapple or Hula Girl? Looks like Pineapple was a pretty big
Pineapple,
leader.
yeah.
Good job, Tifa.
Thanks, Tifa, for...
Tifa?
yeah.
Tifa. Sorry, Tifa, not Tifa.
Yeah. It's all good.
Is that Poe?
Oh, that is
yes,
Poe.
it's Poe. He's digging the giraffe juice.
He's his own little giraffe. He's like a little baby giraffe.
He is. Look at him.
He's his own little baby giraffe.
Yeah.
Ooh,
DJ
nice.
Escape.
Nice.
Having some Skipper Paul approved tiki lounge.
I like that. What are those things called? What are those little things called? Somebody help me out here.
Baby boo-boos. Baby boo-boos.
Isn't there like a...
Yep, there's a thing.
There was like a game... Tsum Tsum?
Tsum Tsums,
Tsum
yes.
Tsum.
TSUM, TSUM.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dang. Look at that awesome glassware.
Drinking with
delicious. Obviously, you're going to be drinking with And the OC Beer Geek.
Nice.
Hanging out, drinking some beer, doing some lay wearing, and I don't know what beer it is because they're not holding up the can, but I'm really glad you guys are having a fun time because it looks like a good time over there. Don't forget to tag us, FBF.
No, there it is. There it is.
2021.
Forbidden
FBF
Beer Fest.
FB Fest 2021.
Yeah.
I haven't been drinking that much, you guys.
Lies.
It's literally one of these.
He finishes the can every time, guys. Don't listen to him.
I always say, hey, give me more.
He's face melting good. That's how good he is. All right, so what do you guys think? Should we get back into the last round of fun?
I did not plant that in case I got tipsy and dropped something. I planned that early in the evening and said, hey guys, I'm going to do this. Not sure when yet, though.
Yep.
And then during Luke James, I was like, I'm going to do it this time. There you go. Behind the scenes with Ben and Casey.
Are you guys ready to answer and laugh at my misspellings for trivia?
No, I think we got them all this time, Casey. No worries. I think this is a spot-on, flawless
Don't
trivia
blame
round.
Aaron. In fact, if you see a misspelling, you got to tip Aaron an extra $5. All right, let's go into
Bing,
trivia,
bang,
everybody.
boom.
And now we're at round 2. We have more questions, and these questions are harder. Maybe I haven't read them. I will read them as they are coming out of my mouth. Question 1. What Elvis Presley movie featured the classic tiki cocktail, the Mai Tai? A. Viva Las Vegas. B. Blue Hawaii. C. Clam Bake. Or D. Paradise, Hawaiian style. What Elvis Presley movie featured the classic tiki cocktail, the Mai Tai? A. Viva Las Vegas. B. Blue Hawaii. C. Clam Bake. Or D. Paradise, Hawaiian style. The correct answer is B. Blue Hawaii. Question 2. What are the names of the 4 macaws that lead the Enchanted Tiki Room at Disneyland in celebration? It's so funny seeing these questions and knowing exactly who wrote them. What are the names of the 4 macaws that lead the Enchanted Tiki Room at Disneyland in celebration? Those 4 macaws are named Jose, Michael, Pierre, and Fritz. Question 3. We can thank Vic Bergeron, owner of Trader Vic's, for bringing rumaki into mainstream dining culture. What is rumaki? A. Shrimp grilled on a hibachi. B. Skewers of beef dipped in teriyaki sauce. C. Deep-fried wontons stuffed with crab meat. Or D. Water chestnuts and chicken liver wrapped in bacon. We can thank Vic Bergeron, owner of Trader Vic's, for bringing rumaki into mainstream dining culture. What is rumaki? A. Shrimp grilled on a hibachi. B. Skewers of beef dipped in teriyaki sauce. C. Deep-fried wontons stuffed with crab meat. Or D. Water chestnuts and chicken liver wrapped in bacon. The correct answer is water chestnuts and chicken liver wrapped in bacon. Well, I've honestly never tried that, but if it's good enough for Vic Bergeron, it's good enough for me. I honestly don't really know who Vic Bergeron is, except for the information presented in this question. Oh, I see. He's the white guy behind all of the Polynesian-themed restaurants. Good job, Vic. You sure did it. Question 4. After Don Beach returned from World War II, he moved to Hawaii and opened a tiki bar called Waikiki Beach, which had a myna bird that was trained to shout, what? A. Gimme a beer, stupid. B. Polly want a cocktail. C. Dead men tell no tales. Or D. Franklin Delano Roosevelt. It says transatlantic accent. Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Franklin Delano Roosevelt. I'm not really sure if this is right. Franklin Delano Roosevelt. After Don Beach returned from World War II, he moved to Hawaii and opened a tiki bar called Waikiki Beach, which had a myna bird that was trained to shout, what? A. Give me a beer, stupid. B. Polly want a cocktail. C. Dead men tell no tales. Or D. Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Franklin Delano Roosevelt! The correct answer is A. Give me a beer, stupid. Yeah, I feel you. And what would trivia be without a geography question? I can hear the groans. I can hear them. I can feel them. Hawaii is one of 3 island groups that make up the points of the Polynesian Triangle. What 2 other island groups complete the triangle? A. Tonga and Easter Island. B. Easter Island and New Zealand. C. Samoa and Gambier. Or D. New Zealand and Tahiti. Hawaii is one of 3 island groups that make up the points. Hawaii is one of 3 island groups that make up the points of the Polynesian Triangle. What 2 other island groups complete the triangle? A. Tonga and Easter Island. B. Easter Island and New Zealand. C. Samoa and Gambier. Or D. New Zealand and Tahiti. The correct answer is B. Franklin Delano. The correct answer is Easter Island and New Zealand. And now we have a bonus question. Here's your bonus question. What is the state fish of Hawaii? What is the state fish of Hawaii? Ah, damn it. Again, I know who writes these questions, and I feel personally attacked. I know it's an attack. I know you did this on purpose. I get it. This is funny. We're having a fun time here. What is the state fish of Hawaii? Huma Huma nuku nuku wa pua a. Oh, it's like the song. Okay. Humu humu nuku nuku apua a. Humu humu nuku nuku apua a. Humu humu nuku nuku apua a.
Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
Got it. Thank you again to Last Drop Beer Festival for having me as your trivia host. I always love working with you and being a part of all of your drinking at home. I hope you're all staying safe and getting excited for one day soon the light will come and we will be free. Oh, that sounded bad. Soon we'll be able to all have a beer together and play some trivia and have a good time. And maybe y'all can meet Barley in person. You don't seem all that enthused. I thought you'd be stoked. But until then, I hope you all stay safe and have a wonderful beer festival and get real drunk. Cheers.
Yes. You know, hey guys.
Cheers.
How about
Aaron.
a cheers to Aaron for being the awesomest trivia dude in the world, hanging out with us.
I know. I think I saw Margie commenting in the comments saying, "I can't wait to get back to Bottle Logic and do some trivia with Aaron."
Yes.
And let's be honest, Barley might show up. I'm sorry, what?
I think I just heard him. Wait, no, he makes the clitter clatter across the.
Yes,
that's
They
him.
must have trimmed his nails because I didn't hear any clitter clatter of the nails in this fest. So.
Well, we'll be waiting for it in real life.
It was super cute to have Barley back. Thank you, Aaron, once again. Thank you guys for tipping Aaron. I know for our last fest he wasn't here. He does say thank you so much for your patience and thank you for all of your support. Also, Barley. Ooh. Okay, anyways.
Happy little dog. He's such a happy dog. He's such a happy dog. Go just a look at that.
No.
Just look at that beer over there.
We're not even allowed to sing. Let's talk about beer, Jen.
Let's
Could we possibly
go
have... I'm sorry, are we having a session mead, guys?
Oh my gosh.
That's right. We teamed up with our guys over at where?
Batch Mead,
That's right,
Temecula.
Batch Mead.
Also, if you haven't been there yet, super cool, awesome spot. Because they've designed the crap out of that place.
Yeah.
It is a cool place to hang out.
Super fun. Not a huge spot right now, but I could see that place getting a lot bigger, I'll tell you what.
Oh yeah, and they are putting out some very nice quality meads.
You guys,
ciders.
We took home some of their, and this is kind of a look. You guys are looking at the can here. Let me comment on the can. So this is kind of their standard. They're doing the standard label.
Yeah, it's like their flagship style. Yeah.
Tempest is what we're drinking here. Mildly carbonated session mead, coming in at 6%.
Hurricane cocktail inspired.
Yes, Tempest.
And you will get all of those think about when you're over at what was that place that I used to love, Jen?
Strongwater?
No.
I was gonna say Strongwater.
The terrible restaurant, that White Elephant something.
Oh yeah,
over
the Elephant Bar.
Elephant Bar. This reminded me of the delicious blended fruity hurricane drinks that you could get there. I love that place. They closed. They're gone. It's a sad thing that happens, but
that was even before the pandemic. But anyways,
this brought me back to getting some nice tiki cocktail blended drinks.
On the nose, guys, clearly fruit.
Oh,
right. Tell me I'm wrong.
And that honey, you cannot deny that there is that scent of honey.
I mean, it's a mead.
Flowery, blossoming, delicious. My mouth is watering,
right?
Oh man,
it's got a little bit of I definitely get that pomegranate, I want to say a little bit of tartness.
Technically, the grenadine is a pomegranate syrup, and that's what they use in the Hurricane. So obviously, boom, bang, bing.
It's got, again, tangerines. You get that citrus in there. It's hiding behind a lot of honey. It is a mead, but man, this is good.
You know what a lot of places are doing right now are those slushes where they put their drink into a slushy maker. This thing, you put that in there, you could not tell the difference between a blended cocktail and this being,
That's
the.
That's a good.
I hope they do that in the near future. In the
good
summer,
idea.
going over the batch mead, having them pour out a freshly I don't even know what those things are called, icy machines.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
God, that would be so good.
I don't know what those machines are called either, but I know what you're talking about.
A little slice of pineapple and orange on the rim, umbrella. Man, I'm there. Again, what an awesome choice for a Tiki Fest.
Yeah, this was, we wanted to have Batch has been in one other of our festivals, and we definitely had to have them back. When they told us, we were reaching out and said, "Hey, what do you guys got?" And they said, "We're working on this Tempest thing." Here it is.
Good freaking work, you guys.
Should we take a little trip up there and let the droplets find out
Heck
what's going
yeah,
on?
man. Let's go see them.
Cheers, guys.
Welcome to Batch Mead, everyone. I'm Derek, and this is
Danielle.
And we own Batch Mead.
Well, you got into mead because you made a really bad wine kit, and so you went to the store. I think actually you heard about mead on Vikings.
Yeah, TV, the media, you could say. Yeah. And then from the rest is history. I started making meads after that and stuck with it. And 8-9 years later, here we are. So we moved down to Temecula after going all across SoCal, trying to find the perfect place to open our meadery. And November 2019 was the day we opened.
So the Tempest is a mead that we made before, but it's less octane. So we had made an 11% version. It was super popular, so we decided to make a more fresh version.
So this is our Tempest mead. It's basically a take on a tropical hurricane drink that you would get in New Orleans. It's blue in color. Ours is actually orange. And it has pomegranates, has tangerines, and passion fruit is the main driving force behind this guy. It comes in around 6% alcohol, and it's just light and refreshing, very tiki based.
We've gone to Hawaii twice, and our favorite tropical drink there was this mix of, it's like pineapple and I think passion fruit and coconut, and then they would put in a flower, and it's like over blended ice, and I think it's a vodka-based drink, but that's what we drank a lot. In very controlled moderation in Hawaii. On the beach. So what you guys are drinking, we're actually already sold out of, but we're making more. So you can order that online at batchmead.com. There's a big yellow button that says order now on our website that you can order more from. So that'll be ready in a few weeks. Hopefully by the time you're watching this, it will be ready. But we have a lot of new fun things coming. We have a lemon drop hop mead that'll be really fun and in cans. And then we really re-upped our barrel program. So we just kind of released everything that was in our barrels, and then we've tripled our number of barrels that we have. So we have a lot of things in rum, we have some apple brandy, we have more bourbon, more whiskey, wheat whiskey, so many different flavors coming from barrels.
And Chardonnays, red wines. We've really running the gambit.
Yeah, lots of fun stuff coming. We're doing a whole rosé series for the spring too, so that'll be ready the first week of May. So thank you for joining us at Forbidden Beer Fest. We're open at Batch Mead every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So Friday and Saturday from 3 to 7 and Thursday from 3 to 5. We're thinking about extending for summer hours because we've had a lot of people kind of lingering after the fact. But we're really excited you're here and we can cheers.
Cheers. Hey, wait a second. I have one of these right here for you guys.
Yes!
Yes, idol attain!
You guys, did you see it at the end?
Did you see it?
Derek and Danielle. Derek cheered with. Oh, jeez, you guys.
I honestly, I love those nerds so much. They're so good. Those guys are super committed to making good meads.
Derek didn't lean into his nerdiness enough this time. Not gonna lie. I thought he would talk more about Viking stuff a little bit.
It's
even
true.
though
When I feel like I should have dived a little bit deeper into that when he said like, oh yeah, I was watching Vikings and I found out about meat. I'm like, let's talk about Vikings.
Talk about an inspiration. Like,
should we do a Viking fest, guys? Should we just do like a straight up
full on
like
meat
fest?
fest?
Ooh. What's up, Honey Pot? I know you've been reaching out. All right. Keep an eye out for that, guys, because that hashtag spoiler alert. All right.
Yeah, Honey Pot is the bomb, though.
Yeah, Honey Pot is good
They
times.
do make some fantastic stuff.
I definitely saw some guys talking about we should have a meet in every fest. Actually, kind of
we have
a goal
so far.
Yeah, we've always
honestly.
had one because it's a great way to break things up.
You know, not just break things up, but break your walls of, I have never had a meat, I don't want a meat. And then you get one and you try and you're like, hey, meat's pretty good.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Yes. Meat
Viking
fest.
fest.
Yeah, I like it. All right.
Danielle, there she
Oh,
is.
Danielle!
Hey, Danielle. Woo, woo, woo.
We love you guys. Thanks so much for joining us. But, you know, I'm feeling some good vibes right now, Ben.
Yeah, I'm
Should we-
feeling like some ukulele vibes.
What he said. What do you say, guys? Let's take it in for Ukalena's last set.
Número tres.
Numero tres. So enjoy, and we'll see you afterwards.
Aloha! Thanks so much for joining Ukulena today at the Forbidden Beer Fest, a tiki adventure by Last Drop Beer Festival. I definitely had an adventure, and I thank you for listening to my music. Many mahalos, and cheers to more beers. Well, this next song is going to be a little Marley medley, because my next album was inspired by the one and only Bob Marley. So here's a little song called Natural Mystic into my song I wrote called Marley. There's a natural mystic flowing through the air. If you listen carefully, now you will. Although I try to find the answers to all the questions they ask, though I know it's impossible to go living through my past. Don't tell no lie. There's a natural mystic blowing through the air. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. The chills down my body, no longer feeling sorry for myself and all the people who complicate and worry. Oh, I feel the smoke in my lungs. All alone, just waiting for the sun. I feel his cold breeze through my body, my body. I feel his hands press on my heart that is running. My words come so clear, all they hear is he here. Like cold breeze through my body, only daddy calls me Marley. Bob Marley. Ooh, 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 Bob Marley. I hear the voices in the wind, so alive and passionate. I got the chills right to my back. Now I'm a bit of confidence. I like my strings are strumming, my drums are really drumming. That cool bass body, only daddy calls me Marley. Bob Marley. Bob Marley. No longer sorry with that cool breeze through my body, my body, my body. Bob Marley. They said don't worry about a thing, because every little thing makes me want to sing. Ooh, Bob Marley. Ooh, Bob Marley. No longer sorry with that cool breeze through my body, my body, my body. Only daddy calls me Marley. Alright, well that was my little Marley medley with my new song Marley. And speaking of Bob Marley, here's one more Bob Marley song. Thanks for having me. Could you be loved? Oh, 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 oh. Oh, be loved. Ooh, ooh. Could you be loved? Oh, be loved. Oh, don't let them fool you. Or even try to school you. Oh no. Oh, we got a mind of our own, so go do only what you think on is not right. Love will never leave us alone. In the darkness there must come out the light. Could you be loved? Oh, be loved. Ooh, could you be loved? Don't let them change you. Or even rearrange you. Oh no. Oh, we got a life to live. They said only the fittest of the fittest shall survive. Oh, yeah. Could you be loved? Oh, and be loved. Could you be loved? Oh, and be loved. Mahalo, I'm Yukalena. Thanks so much for having me. Enjoy the rest of your adventure.
Mahalo! You guys guys. How about that Ukulele? I definitely saw some comments saying I'm tipping right now. Good job, everybody.
Yep, make sure you tip her.
All of our performers are definitely working hard to make you guys happy, so
Also,
they appreciate that.
What an awesome time to be able to tip a performer that probably hasn't seen in
Yeah.
real life work in over a year at this point.
I mean, just as much as we
us,
were, yeah.
I mean,
just as much as we were trying to bring craft beer to everyone and trying to help everyone stay afloat during these crazy times and bring awareness to the need for drinking real craft beer.
Yep.
We also wanted to include artists. So thank you guys so much for supporting our artists. I know that they appreciate it. We know that they appreciate it from all of the droplets out there. But more importantly, it's time for the next beer.
it's beer o'clock.
It's beer o'clock. Jen, could we maybe get another beer,
Trader
please?
Jen, hook us up with another beer.
Yes, that's right, guys. It is time for Socks and Sandals
Blood orange socks and sandals.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, I'm a big Humble Sea fan.
If you don't know that, you've just joined us in
Recently,
the last 5
not,
minutes.
Not knowing that. This is a standard beer that they make.
Yeah.
Minus the orange, blood orange side of it.
That's
this
right.
is the first time they've made a blood orange version of this.
Check out that can.
It is super delicious, super orangey, super pithy. If you love a good orangey kind of like, you like just want to bite into it,
I mean,
this is that beer.
Blood oranges already are kind of obviously different than a standard orange. They're not as sweet.
No.
Right? So don't.
It's kind of got that grapefruity lean toward it.
Totally. So if you're cracking into this and expecting something like super sweet, nope. This guy it's a foggy, as they say.
Humble Sea doesn't call their hazy beers hazy. They call them foggies.
Because back when they started, now we learned this a few festivals ago, but that's because back when hazy was just starting to become a thing, they were like, we live in Santa Cruz and like it's kind of foggy up here. So they went with that. It's 6.5%. There's the hops galore in this boy. We got Citra, Simcoe, Chinook, and Centennial. So definitely getting the full spectrum of those citrusy
Let's go in for a
hops. Yeah. Speaking of citrusy, you're going to smell that on the nose.
Oh yeah, it smells like orange peel. You get a little bit of that grapefruit leaning
and
very orangey smell.
And I think Frank talked about this in the interview, and it's not one of those things that I necessarily picked up immediately, but like a little bit of breadiness on the nose.
Yep.
Like a little bit of some, bread.
Cracked wheats, kind of that kind of thing.
I'll say it again in the same way. It smells a little bit like bread. When you get it on the tongue, lots of pith, guys.
Why is it called a pancake pour?
Oh!
You know why, Matt. Come on, everybody knows a pancake pour.
Matt's playing a good droplet, and he's telling us to remind everyone, why do you call it a pancake pour? Well, for those of you who don't know, if you've never made pancakes at home, the first pancake you make is always kind of bad.
Yeah, you just toss that one.
Yeah, or it's like the chef's kind of like, I'm just gonna eat this while I cook the next one. So the pancake pour is that beer you pour in, and it kind of ends up a little too much head going on. Not quite the perfect pour. Often when you're at a local brewery, you'll see them when they're pouring those beers, they'll sometimes kind of tip that glass and let the foam pour out over the glass. That's because it's a pancake pour, and they're kind of like fixing a little bit. So pancake pour.
We don't have a place to pour out extra foam, nor would we want to. That's all still really good beer. It just needs to settle a little bit. So, hey, if you end up with a pancake, you don't have to toss that beer. Just give it a few minutes. It'll right itself pretty quickly.
Yeah. What do you guys think of this one? It's just
also look at the color and haziness of this, where it's almost looks like an orange creamsicle.
It does have almost little blood orange. You can see that because they're, and Frank will talk about the fact that they're using real fruit in this bad boy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real blood oranges. Oh man, that's so good.
Well, I think we should just let Frank tell the rest of the story.
Heck yeah, let's go to Frank, Humble Sea, Santa Cruz.
Cheers, guys.
name's Frank Scott Kruger. I am one of the co-founders of Humble Sea Brewing Company in Santa Cruz. I don't really have a title. I think I'm technically the creative director, so that kind of means I oversee all the marketing, the creative stuff. I put it in quotes because I think creative is kind of bullshit because everyone's doing creative stuff. Making beer is creative. I do I oversee the can labels and just I have the fun job, I feel like. So, yeah, I got into craft beer back in college because I started drinking beer in college and lived in San Diego and just kind of fell deep into the rabbit hole. Eventually, Nick, my business partner, who's the head of brewing operations, he's been home brewing for like 15 years. He was like, dude, we got to start a brewery. And I was like, man, that sounds like a really bad idea. Like, this is just like, it's seriously a terrible idea. But I couldn't resist. I mean, it's beer, right? Like my background's in design and we were designing brands and apps and all these things that are like not tactile. You can't touch them and feel them and you don't really know the people who are using them. And I just couldn't resist. I was like, yeah, I just want to design can labels forever. I want to see people drink these things and check these cans out and hold them and trade them and share them. So yeah, super, super, super stoked with kind of what Humble Sea has become over the last 4 years or so. All right, so the beer that you guys are drinking today is Blood Orange Socks and Sandals, which we're canning literally right now, today, in the house, which I'm so stoked about. So I'd like to say that I know everything about this beer, but I've actually never tasted it because this is the first time we've ever brewed it. So once we actually pop this can, we can figure out what the hell's going on in this beer. The base beer is Socks and Sandals. I hope some of you have had that. If not, no worries. But Socks and Sandals is it's like sort of our core Foggy IPA. It's the Foggy IPA that kind of like started it all. It was our very first Foggy IPA, and it's got this balance of, it's got some of the old school kind of piney, a little bit of bitterness, it's slightly resinous, and then it's got this huge Citra bomb, tropical fruit. Our Citra tastes a lot like pineapple, so that's kind of what we're going for there. It's a bit of like a balanced pineapple dole juice with a tiny bit of bitterness on the, a little bit of grip, like a grippy grip. So yeah, and then we've done a bunch of riffs on this. We've done triple Socks and Sandals, double Socks and Sandals. We've done pineapple Socks and Sandals. And this is the first time we've ever done Blood Orange Socks and Sandals. So I feel like it's going to make a lot of sense with how pineapple-y and citrusy all these hops are coming off. So yeah, extremely stoked to share this with you guys. Yeah, there it is. Yes. Nice. So if you're checking out the color, get a little boop boop detail. It's like our base Socks and Sandals, except for it's got more of an orange hue, which makes a lot of sense because we put blood oranges in there. So super stoked. Gonna try this little nug out. Yeah, so I'm getting a very similar hop profile to what we normally get on our Socks and Sandals. So it's like what I just described. I don't need to say that again. A little bit of pithiness from the oranges. Yeah, so it's definitely got, what's really cool about this beer, this is fun, we're drinking this first time together. What's super cool about this beer is the finish actually just reminds me of orange juice. Like the actual finish, like what this blood orange ended up doing is actually kind of taking out some of that hop bitterness and that grippiness that we were just talking about. And it's just got this soft kind of rolling, palatable finish. And yeah, you can crush a few of these. Yeah, so Humble Sea, I mean, I like to kind of describe Humble Sea as being in the kook capital of the world, Santa Cruz, California. So, I mean, that's kind of why we name our beers these ridiculous names like Socks and Sandals, we're pretty aware of who visits Santa Cruz, like on a kind of a hot touristy day in the summer. Like, you're coming in with Birkenstocks and some tall, thick, puffy white socks. And you know what? Like, I don't blame them. I wear the same thing. This is Santa Cruz. We all grew up here, like in the Santa Cruz area, in the Santa Cruz Mountains, and we definitely kind of hate that elitist surf culture of people being territorial about waves and the ocean. And so we're also pretty self-aware and trying to make fun of as much as possible, like the culture in which we come from and where we live. And we absolutely hate when people use the word kook seriously. because we're all kooks, and the founders of Humble Sea surf very frequently, and we still suck at surfing. So, you know, we want this ocean to be accessible. It's a great ocean. So that's kind of our jam. We're also lucky enough to be growing. We've been growing over the last year through the pandemic. Just our canning line came online, and got super lucky with the timing. So yeah, we've been making more and more beer, and it's been feeling really good. Still can't make enough. We still have lots of people being like, dude, get us your effing beer. And we're like, nah, we don't have any. But we're also expanding. We're opening up a couple tap rooms, one up in Pacifica, which is a local little surf town just south of San Francisco. We've been going there since we were kids. It's right in between a surf break and a mountain bike trail that we always ride. So we're super pumped. And then one in the Santa Cruz Mountains in an old historic hotel from the 1870s. It's called Kramer House. So we're opening up a mountain tavern so that you can finish your mountain bike ride literally at the foot of the tavern and then just crush beers. So we're pretty damn excited, I'm gonna be honest. If I'm relaxing on the beach, I prefer anything frozen and blended. So like definitely steering away from beer. I'm going straight slushy mode. If it's pink, it's as good as it gets. Yeah, so I mean, we're pretty honored, we're stoked. We just kind of came up on a 40-meter yacht. It's pretty wild. It's actually in the Atlantic right now. It's coming over from the Med. It's gonna be pretty wild. I think there's like 9 stories on it. We're gonna have a crew of 60 people. We're making loops around the Santa Cruz, you know, like the whole Monterey Bay. 3-hour loops, Friday through Sunday. I don't know, man. Pretty stoked on the boat. And yeah, thank you so much for joining us. We're super honored that you're enjoying our beer right now, and thanks for having us. Oh, you guys looking for this?
That's it. We got it. Lightning.
You know, every time the lightning goes off, it's because we did something important. Let's be honest. You guys, we are on the
We're getting to
8th idol of
yes. You guys, we're getting really close to being done with this.
Oh man!
But you know what? Let's talk about the fact that I can't wait to get on that Humble Sea.
The boat?
The boat.
Yeah. I'm excited for that. They said we would be the first ones that get to jump onto it.
It's true. We definitely have a reservation for the opening day. Well, in fact, I'll probably bring some Hobbit champagne over there, and I'll do the christening.
Are you? Yeah, that sounds perfect.
Yeah,
we should definitely christen it.
We could probably live stream that to all the droplets. Let them see us christen the Humble Sea.
Maybe that should be the next festival. Humble Sea Christening Festival.
Hashtag follow them on social media. It's a joke.
Yeah,
all right, so
they did say that was their most interacted with social media post, and it was 100% a lie.
Yeah, you guys, April Fools.
Which you know begs to what's happening on social media? Come on,
what's happening when you think Humble Sea
buying a yacht? Although they were kind of humble in offering rides around the Santa Cruz Harbor, which was kind of on brand, but the yacht itself, not so much.
You guys have been, again, sending the gens lots and lots of social medias.
And it's amazing.
Should we check in and see how that's going?
Yeah, let's check on some of that social.
I want to see what you... Oh, there it is.
Giraffe Juice by Matty Mustache.
Giraffe Juice.
Oh, yeah. I mean, sorry. Juicy IPA. Giraffe Juicy IPA.
That's... That looks good. I like that. That Boca? Is that it?
Boca, yes.
Yeah. Ooh.
Johnson in the mud. Drinking that batch mead Tempest. Yes. And look, appropriate stickers to go along.
I like
Dang,
that.
you guys getting hooked up with that awesome swag.
Fun story about that batch mead sticker. My wife actually thought that something went wrong with them, and then we realized, oh, it's got like a honey background.
A honey background.
Yeah, because it's like a golden, like it has like, oh, there's a cat. I'm done talking.
It's a cat. Myopic Sunflower. Yes, you guys, we don't get prepped on most of these names, so we're apologizing in advance if we butcher it. Hence, Sunita.
Yeah, hence Foodie Sunita.
Foodie Sunita.
Let's not talk about that.
Foodies Unite, California.
Yeah, we love those guys.
Ooh, Brews and Q's.
Wait,
dang,
you guys make the cocktail?
He made it up right, even with the whipped cream on top.
Okay.
Dude,
You know what,
that
guys?
looks freaking amazing.
Go check out Brews and Q's. They
have a really great social media and podcast, by the way.
Yeah. We've done that. We've done that a few times.
And again, please keep tagging us.
Yeah.
FB Fest 2021, as in Forbidden Beer Fest 2021.
And
super awesome.
It'd be a lot of fun if we got some photos tomorrow of how bad you feel after drinking
Ooh,
all 9 beers.
Yeah, like you passed out in a pile with all the cans and like a lay around your head. That
I'm
would be
looking
so
at you,
awesome.
Jeffrey. I'm looking at you. All right. But maybe Michael Baum. Oh, I bet he skipped a couple cans. I know you, Michael Baum. What else should we do? Should we just start doing some beers?
It's beer time, yo.
It's beer time.
We're going
beer
to
time.
Offshoot.
That's
Hey,
right.
Trader Jen, we need that drink. Pour it up.
Please give us some Offshoot.
This is a double hazy IPA, and many moons ago, when we first started streaming, I was asked, what is my favorite easily attainable craft beer? And this was my answer, actually, because this is a stellar beer, and you can find it almost anywhere.
And it stands out on
Super
the,
delicious.
It does. They did a really great job with the can artwork because Offshoot is obviously a offshoot of the brewery, and the can art, they always have that round. It's always has that portion, that little bit of the offshoot. It's always somewhere on the can.
Yep.
And some of you guys might have even got that the cool.
I think
jellies.
the can in the shot was backwards, not
The
gonna
jelly.
lie.
Oh, did I have? Oh, was it backwards? Oh,
Yeah,
I don't
just
know.
give it a little flip. Let's
Give it a
take a
look.
look at it again. Go ahead.
Let's give it a little
flip it around.
flip,
Yeah,
flip, flip.
Oh, and
there
there's
it
those
is.
jellies.
There are those jellies.
Yeah, so again, this is one of those easy to find double hazy IPAs that won't lead you astray.
It's true. All right, so we're looking at 6.5%, right? No, that's not right.
That's not right.
What is this one?
We didn't get our new notes. I think this is like 8 point something percent.
Ooh, it is. It's probably. Ooh, it is 8.5%. And yeah.
Oh, here they come. 8.4%.
But the can says
8.5?
6. Well, you know what this is? This is a classic example of why we love craft beer. Because Untapped is great for information, but craft beer is always changing.
Ever evolving.
So obviously, when I was doing the research, sitting behind the old Lappy Toppy, it told me 8.4, but the can says 8.6, so I'm going to go off with that. Look at that.
8.6. You got to go off with the can. That's
Look at that.
the legal
But we do know it's
requirement.
got Mosaic.
Mosaic, Cashmere, and
Your
El
favorite.
Dorado. I do love Cashmere hops.
You love Cashmere hops.
If you've never had a beer that's like solely Cashmere hops,
Mhm.
I will kind of sell you on them right now. Passion fruit green apple. If you taste this, you will definitely get some of those notes, and the quantities that they're hopping this specific beer in does go Mosaic, Cashmere, El Dorado. Jeremy at the brewery /Tarot /offshoot talks a little bit about all those awesome hops. It's a very simple malt build, but
You know what really I love about this beer is we're talking so much about all these fruit and tropically notes, but then you smell this, and one of the things that I wrote this down in our notes, like berry flavors. Like when you smell it, I get like berry notes, probably like a light, not even a strawberry, probably, I don't know. Help me out, guys.
Like
smell
a-
your
a
beer and tell me
hint-
what
a
berry
hint
that you're
of a berry?
Yeah, some berry, because when we were trying this the other day, so good.
But again,
But
hazy gives you that beautiful mouthfeel that's
Mm-hmm.
kind of creamy, a little bit softer than you would get with like a regular IPA. It kind of softens out the bitterness that you'd get from a typical IPA.
Totally.
But again, when we're talking about fruits, this one doesn't have any fruit in it. So if
Nope.
you're getting that pineapple-y note, you're getting that kind of orangey note, all those fruity notes are actually coming from the hops and the alpha acids. Is that what
Oh,
they're
that's
called?
the word. Yeah, that's the word.
Well, and I think they do a really good job of putting this all together, and it's a beer that you can find.
It's true. Let's
So-
let Jeremy talk more
Yeah,
about it.
Exactly.
All right, cheers, guys. Enjoy.
Cheers.
I'm Jeremy Grinke. I am the Director of Production at the brewery in Placentia, California. I focus on our Teru program, barrel-aged stouts and strong ales, and our R&D and innovation program. Yeah, the brewery has been around for about 13 years now. We started in 2008, focusing on Belgian-style beers, big barrel program, high-gravity brewing, and pretty much just new and in-your-face innovative products. About 4 years ago, we're celebrating our 4th anniversary with Offshoot this April. Focused purely on IPAs, a little bit different style of beer than the brewery's made in the past, but currently we're producing 2 IPAs a month, as well as several IPAs that you could find in broad distribution. All right, so you all should have a Retreat Hazy Double IPA from Offshoot. One of our beers that you could find across our broad distribution network, Whole Foods, Bevmo, local liquor stores like our own Mr. K's right here by the brewery as well. But anyway, Retreat Hazy Double IPA. This is a banger, guys, I'm telling you. It's one of those double IPAs that will fool you, and you don't really think it's a double, but I can tell you, after a couple of these, you'll know. This IPA is focused on 3 different hop varieties. We're using Mosaic, Eldorado, and Cashmere. Here at the brewery, we didn't brew typical IPAs throughout much of our history, but all the while we were always brewing hoppy beers. We had Humulus Lager was a big beer for us for a number of years, and if you wanted an IPA at the brewery, you couldn't have one, but we had a 8% IPL for you. We did the same thing with Teru, doing some Brett Pale Ales. Humulus Teru, which is actually coming back very soon, is another one of those beers that was a fan favorite and certainly an employee favorite in the tasting rooms. So playing with hops is something we've done for a long time, but being very focused on it and intention-driven with those beers for an IPA consumer was not something we were focused on. But Offshoot has gotten us to that place. And so, this whole thing about, when Patrick Roux said famously years ago that the brewery would never brew an IPA, he held true to that to some extent, because we started brewing IPAs, but we called it a different brand. So if I'm spending some time on the beach and I'm relaxing, I'll tell you that I'm probably not gonna choose a beer for the beach. I'm gonna go cocktail, and I'm gonna go pina colada, quite honestly. Blended, absolutely. Like, it needs to be frothy, it needs to be icy, and I'm gonna drink that thing so fast that it doesn't have time to separate. Quickly followed by a couple more and then a nap. So yeah, one of the beers I'm excited about currently, and it fits with the Offshoot brand and our anniversary, is Offshoot number 4. It's a double hazy IPA that's Citra driven, and it's a fantastic beer. As far as fantastic beers coming up at the brewery, we have a lot of tiki style beers this year, so it actually fits really well with the theme of this beer festival. We have 2 tasting rooms here, one in Placentia, one in Anaheim. Come on down and have some beers with us. We have some fantastic cocktail inspired beers coming out, and I'm pretty stoked about those as well. Whoa, stop the clock. I got something for you.
I'm getting it. Yes.
Idle. You guys, we did it! We've collected all 9 idols for the Forbidden Beer Fest, and we've officially done it.
I'm so happy. I can't even.
You guys, the adventure has completed.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I can't wait for Trader Jen to actually get a driveway that people can go down and we can all sit here and enjoy Trader Jen's in real life.
True.
But something tells me that's going to be a little while. So, in the meantime, we just want to say thanks everybody for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Technically, it's the end of our festival, but there's usually a few extra surprises around the corner.
Yes, Tifa, officially.
Officially? Yes. Oh boy, we were gonna ask people for questions, but I'm afraid what Tifa's gonna ask, so I'm not sure.
Brian says, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! Stop the clock!
Stop the clock."
Yes.
All right. Well, don't worry. We're not
We
stopping
are
the clock.
happy to hang out with you guys as long as you feel like you really want to hang out and drink beer.
For those of you that have been here before, you do know that we have one final
tradition.
Little tradition.
Tradition.
We got a lovely bottle of. Oh, I should have swapped this here. Let's wait. I got an
Ooh, yeah,
idea.
yeah,
I
you
got
got
an
it.
idea. I got an idea. There we go. Z.
Shot number dos.
There it is.
Woo, look at that. That Hobbit Champs. Well, okay, sparkling wine.
It's a California
technically not a
sparkling wine. Although apparently there's a loophole that California can call sparkling wine champagne. That's a whole nother
It
festival.
has to be made by some lady named Champagne.
Yeah. In California.
In California.
Yeah, they just changed the name of a little town and called it Champagne. And they're like, well, we can call it Champagne if it's from
It's
Champagne,
from
California.
Champagne, California. Hooray! So
does anybody have questions they want to ask the Gens?
The Gens are standing by. Skipper Z is also here.
Yep, we got Skipper Z.
You got Ben and Casey, your beautiful, awesome, handsome, debonair hosts.
Can Casey say hi to me? Hi, Janae.
Check that one off.
Check. Ooh, wow! I didn't realize that filling wish list was
what's
going to be so
our favorite tiki drinks?
Ooh, I am. You know what?
I got one.
Okay.
And this is only recently because I've been exploring more into tiki things.
Yeah.
3 dots and a dash.
You know
That
what?
also will mess you up because it's a lot of alcohol in that.
That is 3 dots and a dash is a solid choice.
Also, Jet Pilot, super good.
Or jet pilot or jet fuel?
There
Or
are
jet-
both, but a
There's
Jet
both.
Pilot was one that some guy at Trader Sam's, he's a famous tiki drink maker. It was his drink, and he called it the Jet
Oh.
Pilot.
Okay.
And it was like practically a shot, and
I'm-
that was delicious. I'm all for the high octane tiki drinks.
I'm kind of basic. One of my first tiki drinks when I went to Hawaii, pardon the pop, everyone. One of the first trips I got to go to Hawaii when I was 21, Mai Tai. Honestly,
Mai Tai is always a good classic.
There's a reason it's a classic. It's just that delicious, and I'm not scared of it. What else?
Also, but so many places, mar the beautiful name of a Mai Tai.
Well,
it technically doesn't really have juice per se in it. It's technically like all alcohol and a little syrup.
I like this one.
What is your favorite brew tonight?
I'm answering first before you take my answer. The very first beer of the festival.
Darn.
That was I knew it.
Laguna Beach Beer Company.
I'm gonna give him a name drop. I'm like,
Tiki Lounge, Leilani Volcano.
Yeah, Leilani Volcano. That one was so good. I think I liked it so much. It unfair to you guys, but because we got to try it during the interview unfinished, but then once we got the cans and tried it, oh my goodness, you guys, that beer blew all of us away.
Oh man, yeah.
And that was kind of an easy pick for how to start this festival because that's kind of the beer that
the quintessential tiki cocktail beer. And that's exactly what we were looking for.
All the gens are so busy. I'm trying to hand them champagne.
Also,
they don't know what's
obviously,
going
Bottle
on.
Logic's Tropical Hideaway is probably going to be my fave.
Yeah.
I don't know why people were saying that it tasted like Lucky Charms.
I know why they said that.
I guess there's a little bit of that marshmallowy kind of
because it's not real
note
craft
to
beer.
it.
It's not real craft beer if it doesn't have marshmallows.
But
in it.
I have never had Lucky Charms that tasted that good.
Oh, that's. Cheers, guys. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers
Thank you so much.
to the crew,
we're
to all of the people behind the scenes. There's hundreds and hundreds of
Ooh, I like
them.
that. What will your post beer fest snack be?
Well, that's easy. We've got a tray of hot wings just out of the oven that Trader Jen has whipped up for us. And I think there's even ranch. Woo-hoo.
I hope there's ranch. I mean, you can't have wings without ranch.
But yeah, that's definitely what our post-fest snack will be. Maybe some nachos. I think we have some. I think we have some chips.
Ben's gonna bust out some nachos, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Luckily, the Last Drop Studios has an entire kitchen, so it's pretty easy for us to whip some stuff up. What do we got here?
Can you unofficially tease the next fest theme? I think the next fest theme will be in real life themed.
Yeah. So we might be leaning away from themes in the fact that we just like craft beer. So we're looking towards getting an actual in-life festival happening, guys. So you might have to come see these mugs in real life.
Yep. I will say, putting on a real life festival sounds a lot easier than doing a virtual one at this point.
I mean, how many hours did you spend editing? Ben, by the way, did all of the editing for all of the videos you saw today. So please, a round of applause for Ben.
Thank you. But literally hundreds of hours. I can put on a festival in real life in my sleep because you really have people that then you can subcontract out to.
Yeah.
Hey, we need a guy to drop off tents and tables. Awesome. Hey, breweries, we need you to sign up. Bring your own cooler. Awesome.
Now that being said, unofficially, this is going to live on the internet forever, and I might regret this, but we have been in contact with some other not beer breweries. Oh boy. Oh, that's easy. Casey or Ben. Done.
Ben Casey.
Ben
Casey
Casey.
Ben.
But Caben?
Casey Ben.
Cabana. Oh,
Wait,
actually,
that's terrible names.
No, Cabana is actually kind of a fun name
I know, you could be like Cardi B and Cabana hanging out.
for a child. I mean, how does that rhyme with something that someone could make fun of you with?
Havana, na na na. You took my kid to Cabana, na na. I don't know.
Of course, our real life festival will be dog friendly.
Oh yeah, that's like the whole point.
I mean,
dogs, cats, children, just keep them all on a leash. Snakes? Can we put snakes on a leash?
I don't know.
I know you can put snakes on a plane.
I just
but
said that for Skipper Z.
Is Trader Jen fake? I mean, you saw her hand.
Trader Jen is not fake.
I think she may be
they're
an
coming
aura.
out. Here, this is happening. It's happening. Come on out. Come on
Trader
out.
Jen.
Come on. No, over there. You got to get behind us.
There's a Trader
Get over here.
Jen.
Get over here. There's
my Trader Jen cannot be on this,
This is my
because she
Trader
works in other fields that would not
down there. Yeah.
would not be
Yeah, look up there,
appreciative
look up
of
there.
being involved in a
Yeah.
beer festival.
one of the Jens is in the witness protection program, so unfortunately cannot come out. That's why you see arms.
But hey, you can just wave to her and say hi. Thanks for pouring that beer and whatnot.
Ferguson says hi. Yeah. So honestly, we do want to move to real life festivals. We're thinking about doing a blended kind of event where it's a little bit. Yeah, go. Whoopsh, back to the social media. Back
to it.
I can't thank you guys enough. Oh, should we like
Also, did we like show off anything how cool all this stuff in the background was?
Oh,
this
man.
is not a virtual background, you guys.
Yeah, this is not fake. This is real.
This is for real. There are tiki mugs back here. I'm like tangled up in vines and stuff. I probably sound like I'm echoing because there is space between Casey and myself.
Ben, where'd you go?
Yeah, and we've got like a tiki bar here now.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like that forever.
This is where we live now.
But that lightning was pretty cool, right?
Oh!
Hey!
I'm so scared. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a lighting nerd. For those of you that don't know, I do lighting professionally. So that's where this fun stuff comes
Also, if you guys know of any great, okay, we're gonna wrap this up. We're gonna end with Brewing 101 for those of you that are still here, or for the future viewers.
There are still 94 people sticking around and hanging out.
I know. We appreciate you guys.
Maybe we'll burn them out on the Brewing 101. They'll be like, "Oh, that was boring. I'm leaving."
They're gonna
or
be
maybe
like-
they're like, "Oh man, that's really good information. I'm going to stick around."
It's probably gonna be a little bit of like, oh my God, Phil is filling my brain with so much I can't boosh and brain explode.
Yeah, Phil does know quite a bit.
I know that our charity sponsor, all the breweries, everyone was so great. Thank you guys all so much for joining us.
Shout out to Skipper Z in the back,
Yeah.
getting all the switches and playing the videos and
it might seem,
making that shit happen.
It might seem like we have a large team here making things happen, but we all work at our strengths and make these things happen for you guys. We're so happy you were able to join us and to continue to support Drinking Local and
Drinking Craft
and Real Craft,
and then also supporting nonprofits in the meantime. You know,
right? I know our nonprofit.
Ooh, favorite tiki mug.
Favorite tiki mug. Ben, I know what Ben's gonna grab.
I've got one that I'm a favorite tip of. Casey, do you have a favorite one that maybe up here?
I mean, you didn't have to preface that, but okay. Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, here's my new favorite tiki mug. Is it showing up? I can't tell. Indiana Jones inspired, Golden Idol. This one was from Tiki Tony.
Tiki Tony did a good job with that one.
Literally was on order for about a year and a half, and
I know what I'm gonna
really
do.
slew down.
I know what I'm doing. I want Z to look at that bad boy.
Ooh.
Look at that bad boy.
So shiny, so pretty.
He's so shiny. Oh, this is my new favorite. This is my new favorite. I love the opal finish on this.
By the way, how much alcohol does that thing hold? I bet it's close to like 2 pounds.
No, this one isn't that much. If you want to, now that's my favorite new mug, but my most anticipated, I really want to fill this one.
Oh yes, I know what you're talking about already.
This is the one, but you knew this. This is why you pointed up here.
This has got handles on it, you guys.
You guys.
It's got handles on it. Let everybody see how much volume is inside of there for drink. Yeah, horns are also hollow, and you can put alcohol in all of that.
This is. I can't wait.
I definitely picture this one with like several limes floating on top on fire and pyro.
You guys, I can't wait.
Diablo!
I
You
cannot
100% hit that.
Yep. I cannot wait to fill this bad boy with some yumminess. You think if I just took this over to Strong Water, you think I'd be like, hey, make me a drink? You think they would do that for me?
I bet you they would because they know you now.
Well, yeah.
And they probably would just charge you $80 for it.
Maybe we can get a strong drop of Logic in this.
That actually, I bet the amount of Bottle Logic's Tropical Hideaway
You guys, wait.
would be the right amount.
Look.
You can hide cans of beer in this.
No, but like,
how many can you hide?
That's not empty enough. But like, you guys, this thing's clearly big, and I'm really excited for this one. Okay. Anybody else got a question? I think we should do Brewing 101. Let's do Brewing 101.
Yeah.
Guys.
Love the cherry.
Eureka, we're actually brewing today, so I'll go through the steps of the brewing process real quick. So here is our what's called the brew house. This is the essentially the cooking part of the beer making process, where things are hot. They're either boiling or hot water, things like that. So you start off with a silo of grain or a grist case. It's milled, and you transfer it into your first vessel, which is your mash lauter tun. So this is the mash lauter tun. It's actually full right now. Like I said, we're brewing. What happens in this vessel is you mix milled grain with warm water. And the purpose of that is to make what's called a mash. And in that mash, the starches from your grain actually get converted into sugars. And sugars is what you want for the beer making process, because sugar is what eventually turns into alcohol. So that's what we're going for. So the grain comes in very just bready and bland. After it sits in its mash, it actually turns intensely sweet, like syrupy sweet. And that's just chemistry happening, those starches turning into sugars. After all those starches have been converted into sugars, you have a big oatmeal-y kind of mess, and all you really want is just the liquid part. So you have to extract the liquid from the solids. That's called the lauter. And that's what we're actually currently doing right now. So we're pulling the clean liquid out from the mash and leaving all those solids, that grain material behind. And that good, sugary, clean liquid is called wort, W-O-R-T. That's what we're collecting in our kettle. So we have the grain getting left behind in the mash lauter tun. We're gradually filling our kettle. Once the kettle's full, that's kind of what everyone recognizes as the brewing process, which is the boil, where you have a rolling boil going in your kettle. At that point is where the hops would be added. You can also add other things like spices, depending on what beer you're making. If you're making an IPA, there's gonna be a ton of hops going in at that point. Boil usually around 60 minutes. Add, like I said, hops, maybe spices. After that, it was nice and clear, but you just added a ton more stuff like the hops. Now you need to separate it again. And the way we separate it in the kettle is what's called a whirlpool, where we get the liquid spinning like a whirlpool. All the solids collect to the center and drop out, and then you can actually pull the liquid off and leave all those hop materials and anything else behind. So after the whirlpool, we're pulling out of the kettle. We're going into our heat exchanger now because boiling is 212 Fahrenheit. We need to get it down to, if it's an ale, we're looking at about 70 degrees. So we turn the liquid from 212 to 70 on its way to one of our fermenters. And these are our 3 fermenters. This is what's called the cool side of brewing, or the fermentation, or sometimes referred to as the cellar. And this is where the actual sugary water wort turns into real beer. So we transfer into one of our fermenters. At that point, we add yeast once the wort is nice and cool. And the yeast go to town on that sugary, basically yeast food that we just made for them. 2 main things they make are alcohol, but they also make CO2. So during the fermentation process, there'll be a ton of CO2 coming out of the tank, but eventually you're gonna want that CO2 to be in your beer. So there are techniques to actually capture the CO2 that the yeast make to carbonate your beer. If you choose not to do that, another way is to just inject CO2 into the beer, and you can carbonate it that way. So if you use the yeast to make your carbonation, it's called natural carbonation. If you use just like compressed CO2 to do it, it's called forced carbonation. So one of those 2 techniques will be used, and that's how you carbonate a beer. When that's all done, you have beer. I hope you enjoyed our little explanation. If you're really interested, try homebrewing. It's a great hobby, and thank you.